Yes! Yes, you're my people.
But it's Meals on Wheels.
Slow clap.
Yes.
Two dudes working in the mortuary, right? Two dudes working in a mortuary. One of the guys, they're working on an older lady. One of the guys, dude, this chick's got a shrimp sticking out of her vagina. The other guy walks over, dude, that's her clit. Oh man, it sure tastes like shrimp.
That's awful.
Yes.
And we're actually live on that one.
Sorry.
He's got a mask on. He's good.
No one will know who he is.
My name's
Sorry, that was the Matt Mercer effect.
Yeah.
Dude, if they talked about Critical War one more time last night, I was gonna leave.
Critical War?
Critical Role.
Oh.
Ooh, what?
Everybody.
Because we're in the world of Critical Role.
I don't give a shit.
You're so cantankerous.
No, it's just like,
It's so cantankerous.
so if I haven't watched 57 episodes,
just give them some dinner.
if I haven't watched
I know, right?
57 episodes of Critical Role, I'm not gonna understand what you're doing in your world.
No,
Okay,
you'll understand it fine.
exactly.
I like hearing the stories. I can't help it that you're just a grumpy old
I'm a
boomer.
grumpy old fuck. Trying to make our own magic here. Okay.
Trying to make
As long as you're eliminating sharks more.
Imagine if we were as popular as those guys. They like, it would destroy the internet, dude. That right there would have get like 50 million hits. Like, oh, you a fucking piece of shit. My grandmother was in.
How dare you?
My grandmother was touched when she was getting mortuarized and
Morturized.
bastard.
You just made up a word.
I asked my wife, do you know what this is? You know where that's from? She's like, no. I'm like, God, I gotta make you watch Doctor Who. Like,
I can't wait to tell my wife that one.
brownies?
Fucking wheelchair. That one's a good one.
That's the hardest part about it.
Ginger chew?
No, I'm good.
Ginger chew? Ginger chew? Ginger chew?
No, thank you.
Ginger chew?
I burned myself
Bless
out
you.
on ginger
Ginger
chews.
chew?
Oh no, I'm good.
You can't have candy all
He
you
just
get.
throws a ginger chew. Ow.
We had actual ginger earlier.
What about Marianne?
Yeah.
She
What about
wasn't
Professor?
available.
She's
Ginger
tomorrow.
was available.
Professor and Marianne.
They changed it.
They did?
Yeah, in the later seasons, well, there you go, and the rest instead of the professor.
You know what? It made me watch Big Bang Theory because I tried to watch the first season of Big Bang Theory and I couldn't get through it. I was like, this sucks. And then I watched
You wanted to punch them.
Young. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then
It was allergic to fun.
no, I did. But then my wife's like, you really need to watch it. You have to watch it past the first. She always leads me through this. You have to watch it past the first season. Just get through it. And then I'm like, I'm hooked. I'm like, okay, this is bad. This is badass.
Yeah.
These guys
Oh,
did
I
the same thing. Like when Archer came out, I was like, I hate Archer. It sucks. That first episode. You got to watch more episodes. I watched it. I loved it.
Yeah, it's great.
But
I thought the first episode was stupid.
if
I'm like, what the
something
fuck is it?
doesn't
And
catch
then one
me,
like, Okay, yeah, this is funny shit.
I have ADD, dude. If something doesn't catch me like right off the bat, I'm like, fuck it. And then I miss out on a lot of good stuff, though.
I mean, you
I'm
do
the
have a
same with
short
books
attention
too.
span.
I'll give a book 3 chapters. If I'm not hooked on the first 3
Fucking
chapters,
One Piece, man.
Dude, gotta say, it's awesome.
One Piece.
It's good.
Why are you so far out of the camera?
Me?
No,
No,
Bill. Bill's like,
Because he's trying to stay away
He's
from
trying
my
to stay
heart.
away from me. He doesn't like me. He was blaming me for getting
what are you
sick.
doing over there? I can't see
There we
your
go.
surgeon's face.
Scalpel.
Scalpel. Make the incision right here.
Ah, you forgot the anesthesia.
I'm awake. I'm awake.
Oh no, you're awake and you can't verbalize.
No, you gotta
Yeah.
do the neck.
Have you seen that movie, by the way?
Star Trek.
Oh,
Yeah.
I watched it in theater. I'm like, oh, that terrifies me because I remember awake.
Oh, it's like when they're doing the operation and you can feel and hear everything.
He
and see
feels,
it.
he hears everything. They hear that like, how are we gonna kill him? Because he was going to be murdered. Because the surgery that was supposed to save his life was supposed to fail. And he heard everything.
Everything is what I heard.
Wonderful.
Wonderful.
Just wonderful.
What?
It just creeped me out because I woke up in the middle of my bone reset for my arm.
Take
And I'm
pass
like,
on
oh
that.
crap! Same thing happened when I got my tooth removed.
So, where we last left off,
No.
Maggot's
the
going
team had finally traversed into the borderland wastes. Here, discovering a large community built on the back of a massive sauropod that was on its current kind of pathway of moving through the border wastes and in a both migratory as well as trades path, bordering the Devil's Grin and bordering the Crooked Finger and bordering the region of Centerpoint. Here, the team took a bit of respite. They managed to realize through the connections of their halfling investigators, spies, or whatever you might want to call them, that Cousin Littleton is a member of the Drift, someone who lives on the Drift. Here, the team got through the guarded way to get onto the Drift and discovered that it is a rather large town and predominantly all halflings. The team split up into 2 groups. One group hanging out at the tavern, and the other group heading up toward the Counselor's Tower, as Takit was hoping to maybe learn a little bit more about some of the strange going-ons of the vessel that dropped from Atmo and eventually arced its way over. And in fact, anchored just off to the side of the Counselor's Tower, you could see the small airship that was used to traverse from Atmo. So Takit and Maggot snuck their way, well, they went into the reception area, met Thistleton, and through Thistlebin, were able to get a little bit further up into the tower, and Maggot used the shadows to kind of sneak away while Takit was entertaining the council folk. Maggot went down a particular hallway where they were overhearing conversations, as well as looking into a small room to see 2 individuals he had never seen before. We described the small child as human-like, even though Maggot wouldn't know what a human is. And the other one we described as almost like fey-like or fairy-like, but was actually elven. Unfortunately, he also noticed in the hallway a conversation going on between a dragonborn that you were experiencing for the first time as well, talking to someone that you recognize as maybe the person that had not only wiped out the Knoll camp, but may have been involved in rescuing whoever was in that cage within the Knoll camp. As you attempted to get a little bit closer and get a better understanding of the conversation, you felt a hot whisper in your ear and the beginning of a dagger point being dug into your rib cage. As her voice, well, what do we have here? That's where we last left off.
And we're in the big tavern part of this.
Correct.
Yeah, us four.
Maggot.
Oh, interesting. Do you normally go out of your way to sneak into unfamiliar hallways and listen in on private conversations?
Well, not all the time.
You just feel a hand around your throat, starting to squeeze.
Well, don't kill me yet. You got
Oh.
plenty of time.
It's funny that you think that's optional.
What, that you're gonna kill me?
No, you said yet.
Oh.
What's your safe word?
Pineapple!
Pineapple! Pineapple!
No, honestly, I just imagine him getting the.
Yes, mommy.
You watch as the heavy dragonborn comes over, wearing leathers and like wizard-like attire. Is there a problem, Madam Nightshade? The elf just kind of looks over her shoulder over at the dragonborn. No problem. It seems that I had forgotten that a message was supposed to be sent to me. Give me a moment. And she just kind of sets you back down on the ground, and you can still feel the dagger kind of prodding your ribs as she like just leads you in through a doorway and into a small storage room.
Walk in.
And the two of you are standing there, and it's just crates and barrels and foodstuffs like all around you. And she pulls, you can see a little bit of blood on the blade as she puts it away.
What color is it?
2 points of piercing damage.
2
Is
points?
it the elf?
Mm-hmm.
Does the character look like the
Elf.
stabbing it? Is it the elf?
Nightshade, I mean, you're seeing her for the first time.
Yeah.
While she has characteristics of the other elven person that you saw with the young child, her characteristics are very different. Her skin color is like a purple black. She still has like the pointed ears. Her hair is a mixture of silver and purple and pink. Her eyes are kind of like a strange yellow. And she seems very like attuned to the darkness, like the dark space. She doesn't even like notice it. Like she can clearly see you in the dark without any kind of like effort whatsoever. And as she slips the dagger into her sheath, I need you to make a wisdom save, please.
You're the hottest goblin I've ever seen. What wisdom saves?
Yep.
21.
21. You feel this sense that you need to tell the truth, but your natural resistance to what was ever on that blade kind of kicks in.
Okay.
And you recognize the blade was poisoned with probably something to like a zone of truth effect.
Okay.
And she almost seems, she stands back. Now, who are you really?
Yeah, what was on that blade? Maggie.
Why were you listening in on my conversation? Who sent you?
No, buddy, I sent myself.
Just happened to be in a random hallway where I was happening to have a very important conversation with.
Wait a minute. Now, so we were on our way here when we saw that little thing that's in the other room, that pink goblin. He
Oh.
was in a cage, and me and my people thought that was wrong, and we were going on our way to kill the gnolls when all of a sudden there's just gnoll heads everywhere and everybody's dead and the thing's missing. So I was able to track somebody wearing, I looked down at her feet, some cloth boots
Oh,
to
yes.
a circle up on a mesa, and it disappeared with the little toes or whatever you want to call it, next to it. So I thought, somebody got that little guy. I hope he's okay. So then while I was walking by, I noticed your boots. I thought you might be the same person. So I listened in, and I saw the little guy in the room over there. I hope you're not going to do anything bad to him.
No, that was my mission I need to finish. So you were amongst those that I saw when I was leaving up towards Atmo. Brings you to the Borderland Waste. I mean, unless you're here smuggling or intent of other purposes, not
Yeah, I
many
get it.
people take those trails.
Can I just say other purposes and leave it at that?
Are you skilled?
You caught me. How skilled am I?
Well,
But I'm pretty skilled.
and your friends, they have skills as well.
Oh yeah, my master's got a lot of skills.
I think perhaps I may have use for you then. I need to take this package that I've acquired to a certain location,
Mm-hmm.
and they
The
need to
little
be
guy?
given over to somebody who has paid me a great sum of money to do this. Unfortunately, recently with the political shenanigans of Centerpoint, I've been unfortunately have to change my plans at the last minute. And I am eager to get this job done quickly and quietly. Fortunately, I can't use my airship in the process. But I was wondering, do you know of anybody who may be familiar with a place? Yeah, you guys are killing me.
Sorry. No, I need to get the grease skeleton.
Sundered.
The Sundered Lands?
Well, you know of Atmo, correct?
Do I?
Yeah, is where she comes from.
Oh
Talia
yeah,
comes from.
yeah,
Oh, you know what? That reminds me. I never changed your name, Dave.
yeah.
Oh, you still have me upstairs, Jane.
I know.
Talia.
That's
Oh,
that
yeah.
Sky City everybody wants to get to.
Yes. Well, there's another smaller Sky City called Sundered. There's an Aarakocran lord that I need to get this particular young, we'll call her a pink goblin for now.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, my previous crew had met with some complications. I need a crew. I can't take the airship because it's traceable. So I have to find another way to get to Sunday. And I need the assistance of somebody who might be familiar with Sunday. Anybody in your group that you think would be familiar with it?
Yeah. I got an Aarakocran.
Oh, you have one in your
in our
group
crew.
then.
She's always talking about the floating city. Oh, I wish I could get up there. Blah blah blah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, for now,
I mean, what are they gonna do to this thing when you deliver it?
it's not really in my purview to know. All I know is this
I mean, are they
particular.
nice people you're working for, or are they like shitty people?
I don't know. I mean, depends. I mean, they're rich.
Yeah.
Rich is enough for me.
Okay.
I mean, could just move on.
No, I'm just
She's-
asking.
As she's resting her hand on the dagger hilt, money doesn't interest you. Morality interests you.
Money and any kind of food other than oatmeal interests me a lot.
Oh, good to hear. Well, let's where are you and your friend staying?
We just got to town, really, so we can stay anywhere. Not really that up on this town, so.
I would recommend staying over at the Brewberry.
Brewberry?
The Brewberry.
Brewberry. Okay.
Look for a little halfling gentleman, Master Brewberry,
Mm-hmm.
and he will see to your accommodations. That way I don't have to come looking for you. If I do have to come looking for you, I don't want to have to come looking for you.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about money. What are we looking at?
I think a conversation needs to be had first with you and your friends. I want to make sure you're up to the challenge.
All right.
Just saying. It's rather safe than sorry. It is, I can at least tell you this much. It will be the largest payday of your life. There are very significant interested parties, and this particular contract that I've taken with his lordship is being funded by many individuals and houses.
Well, could you get a bidding war started?
Oh, that part's already been
Oh,
completed.
it's already been done.
They seemed quite amazed at the fact that I was able to get my hands on the pink goblin, as you call it.
Yeah. We almost got him. But then you would have just killed us anyway. So, all right. Well, I'm glad you
It's true.
got the pink goblin. I'll let the guys know, and I guess we'll see you over there whenever you decide to appear.
I'll be sure to let you know when we decide to have a conversation with you.
Yeah, let me know. Give me some of that stuff on your dagger. I like that. There's not a lot of people that I know that tell the truth.
Okay. Perhaps we'll talk about that later.
All right.
And she just kind of watches you go out the door, and she walks out from behind you. The huge dragon-faced looking creature kind of smiling, and she walks over to him, and you just watch the two of them disappear down the hallway.
I go back to Takit.
Yeah, you head back down and around and back up, and there's Takit in the Thistlebin council chamber, kind of having his conversation with her. Give me a stealth check as you just kind of slide into the back of the chamber.
Ooh, that's gonna be shitty. Not bad, but not good either. A 12. If I feel like I'm like not doing it, I'll probably just bullshit and go, "Where's the shitter around here?"
She's in a pretty heavy conversation with Takit. She doesn't seem to notice you
Okay,
coming.
all right.
Am I supposed to be outside?
Side or
Back to the tavern. Talia and Alva Hands and Baruch. Currently, you're in the Brewberry.
Blueberry. Blueberry.
Blueberry.
And it's interesting because the entire tavern is designed for small people, for little people. So the tables, the chairs, the sitting area, except you can see this one section of the tavern that has larger furniture. So they obviously cater to normal sized people when
Normal?
they travel.
What's wrong with you? Don't be. Why you gotta bring size into it?
Price does matter.
this is 12 inches.
Why women are bad.
My God.
Guys tell them that this is 6 inches.
I thought it was an 8. Forgot to just
Yeah, it's the angle of the day.
It's all about the 2-dimension, not the 3-dimension.
It's all about how you take the picture of it and what size Coke can you use.
It's all about the motion of the ocean, not the size of it.
Anyways.
So the dwarf walks into the bar looking really down. The bartender says, "What's wrong?" "Well, I just found out my girlfriend was pregnant." It's like, "Oh." Bartender goes, "So sorry to hear that. But I heard your dad got his girlfriend knocked up. Congratulations on a new sibling."
I don't think she followed it.
Honey, dear. The dad knocked the son's girlfriend.
Oh.
Yeah. And knocked her up.
So would that be his son or his sibling?
Well, my
Or
wife got married to my
Well,
sister.
now it would be his brother. And his girlfriend would now be a whore.
Unless he becomes
Huh?
how many heads would be seeing this?
Still be a whore, but yes.
Freeze
Give
dried
me a
skills.
perception check as you kind of glance around the tavern in hopes of maybe seeing your cousin potentially being here.
Dirty 20.
20? No sign of her. Don't see her in here. It's a pretty crowded tavern right now. There are a lot of people coming and going. It's by the time you guys got here, evening had just kicked in. So like it's almost as if all the shops have closed. All the people have kind of done their day's work, either out gathering, herding, or doing whatever they do. But Drift is pretty much shut down, and everybody seems to be located at this one massive location. Yeah. It's just drinking, gambling, eating meals, and no one seems to be all that put off at the fact that, they can see Baruch and Talia and yourself,
Normal Tuesday.
Crowd seems pretty kind of like into the idea of the end of the evening and enjoying the tavern at this point. So what do you have, dears? As a female halfling comes over.
Dinner and drinks, please.
Dinner and drinks, of course. Any particular beverages or foods that you're interested in? We've got.
What kind of whiskey do you have?
Well, we have. We have char whiskey. We have char ale. We do have Crooked Fig gin. And we also have Center Point wines as well.
I'll never go for the whiskey.
Okay. Ales for anybody, perhaps?
Ale, please. Make ours double. Twins at the same time.
Why do you have a arm growing out of your stomach? Never mind.
Or belly top. No, they're
They've been separate.
Oh, that's right. You're
Yeah.
separate now. That's
Yeah.
right. You're not doing the.
We look
'Cause
at
you're-
normal.
in the
they
halfling
live normal
environment.
here, and then they're like, oh yes, this is my sweetheart.
Yeah. Hard to explain.
Just to make
Like a
it
natural
so
half-
awkward.
Well, give me a moment. I'll bring you back some trays of food and your drinks. That'll be 2 gold coin, please. What are you paying with?
PowerPoint.
Oh, this will do. Plops it into the small bag on her belt. She goes off. About 5 minutes later, she comes back with a couple trays, and then a couple minutes later, she comes back, putting down a big jar or jug of pitcher ale, as well as some like bottles and a couple of the wines, some whiskeys, and some other things, and puts it down. And well, will there be anything else? Will you be staying with us tonight?
How much are the rooms?
How many of there are you? Just the 3, 4?
There's a total of 5.
6. She's 2.
Oh, 6. Do you want a common room or do you want your own rooms?
I think a common room would be good.
Common room? I can set you up in a common room for 8 people. That will be 1 gold a night, depending on how long you'll stay. Do you know how long you'll stay?
At the moment, no, we don't. So just for the night, and if we extend our stay, we'll meet you in the morning. I'll let you know.
Oh, I'm sorry, a gold apiece.
Oh, okay. 6. So you're 6.
Thank you very much.
We'll
Charcoal?
make that. Hell,
Hans is actually going to try to catch it, and he's going to. Do you like that smell? This whole thing.
She's a member of the council, yes. No Thistlebin. Why do you ask?
Who's that? Is that cousin? Is this
Littleton's the cousin. Oh, Littleton. She works with the dino herders. Yes, I know of Littleton. I think she's on the night shift tonight. She usually is in here having either breakfast or lunch before she goes to work.
Let's just go find her.
Unfortunately, the Dino Herds Guild is off limits during the evening. You can attempt to find her in the morning. They're up by the main neck and head of the big beastie.
Thank you.
Of course. I just realized your pen is a syringe. That's pretty funny. I never saw that before.
I have multiple color one.
Did
She gave me a purple one.
she?
You just gotta tell me what color you like. Okay, so by the way, okay, thank you.
Okay. So as you guys are eating your food, enjoying your drinks, Takit and Maggot back in the council chamber. Well, anyways, to meet you, Takit. Hopefully the information I've shared with you is of good value. Are you staying extensively for a long period of time? Drift will be leaving this area within the next day or so, heading more in a north direction on the borders and the coastal regions of Devil's Grin. We do have deliveries to make before we make our journey south and southwest. Are you staying?
Perhaps just for the evening. I'm not sure about tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, if you're looking for a good meal and a good bed, you definitely we've only got one place in town, Brewberry. Master Brewberry is the caterer of the place. Curates it quite well. A good trusted halfling. He sits on the council as well, by the way.
Absolutely.
I would advise you to be cautious. Drift dwellers can be challenging to work with. They drink a lot and they eat a lot and they enjoy the evening, if you get my taking. And sticky fingers. As much as I'd like to think it doesn't happen, it happens quite a bit. I'm sure she like gives a sidelong look over at Maggot. I'm sure you've had to deal with such things. But I hope the information I shared with you is important and useful to you.
Very well, thank you for seeing me. Greatly
Of course. And she kind of sees you out to the reception area, like down the lower office, and the two of you are now standing in front of the tower that you just kind of went up to. What's your passive perception, Maggot?
My passive perception 16.
16's high enough. You notice that the airship is no longer at the stanchion.
Okay. Boss.
Yeah.
That little pink goblin that was in the cage. I met the lady who killed all the moles and took them. Her name's Nightshade.
What kind of a person is she?
She's a super fucking hot goblin. I ain't gonna lie.
Which is a bold-faced lie.
Tall, slim, dark skin, nice ears. Didn't smell. Really good.
I thought that was part of it.
You get used to it.
Oh.
You don't want it.
Just not so bad.
Anyway, it smelled real good.
And the crusts?
Like cinnamon.
And the crusts that I've been told about? Is that something you just put up with?
The crust.
But don't trouble yourself. You got some wispy ghost stick anyway.
Yes, become stick.
Listen.
Where have I gone wrong?
He's gonna put it down for you.
Jason?
She's gonna-
Yeah, I know, right?
She's gonna need it for some type of brew berries or something.
You're going. That's where we're headed.
Oh, okay. Anyway, and I was listening.
Yeah.
Of
course.
So we could get a big payday, and we're gonna go to one of the foreign cities.
Yeah. So how will that put it at odds with our other duties?
It's what do you call it? Side quest, man.
Side quest.
It's a side job, man. No.
All right.
We can get the feel for area, make some friends, make some contacts, maybe have a place to escape to when the shit's up there.
Just imagine like Maggie's chewing on this old stinky cigar while he's talking to you.
It's that
Just
magical
a
one.
couple of
Always stays in there.
like pocketed pieces of that egg.
and some money. She's gonna talk to us. We're all together.
We'd love to learn more about that pink goblin.
Yeah, it's pretty gross looking, but
And those runes, I've never seen them before.
the what?
The magic circle on Mesa.
Mm.
The runes. I've seen something like them in a book. Very interesting. I'd like to know more about
I mean, meeting Nightshade makes me want to give up hookers.
I like to get you stared at Maggot. You're like, holy shit, he might be in love.
Did she give you anything to drink?
No, she was rude.
Just casually also forgetting to say, yeah, she also stabbed me.
I'll surreptitiously do a detect magic on him.
That shit happens to me every day.
Yeah,
I
like-
told you every time I got stabbed
Like
by somebody.
there's a small incision on his back, like something sharp jabbed him in his back. There's a collective like coagulation of liquid and scab blood that's kind of giving off kind of like a divination style school of magic. Almost like you get the feeling that he might have been like a charm attempt, but it was done through some kind of organic material that she must have had on her blade.
Oh.
But you also know that Maggot's pretty resistant to things like that. It's one of the reasons why you hired him. I mean, he's got the constitution of a, of a goblin.
Constitution of a goblin. Patient 0
Which is,
for all
you know,
STDs.
considering how bad you keep your food and
Yeah.
the constant sewage and cholera problems back in the Mired Valley.
I've had diarrhea since Easter.
I'll just keep it in mind and make sure that he's not under a gas or a charter.
So what are you two doing?
Going to the Blueberry.
Brew. Fucking hate you. I'm changing that name.
What about Quigley's Down Under? We'll go there.
Quigley's Underkeep?
He has a town called Quigley's Down Under.
No, I don't. It's called Quigley's Underkeep.
No,
Because the name of the owner is Quigley.
the sauropod's been castrated, right? But they left the scrot, so it's like hammocks. Yeah.
It's just storage.
Yeah.
It's
There's like that's
Still
where they
bag
keep all
in.
that's where they keep all the homeless.
bag in. Well done. Well done.
That's where they keep all the homeless down the testicle sack.
Scroto runs it.
Scroto of the night.
Scroto Saggins.
Testicles.
Scroto Saggins runs bags in. Bag in.
No, and then there's the dive bar that's just called Short and Curly's.
No, the dregs drink at the taint.
That's further down south.
Hey, man,
Next to the sewage.
let's go.
So
hang out
those
at
of you
Toe
sitting
Jam.
at the table, you notice that the door opens and in walks Takit and Magnet. After your kind of like your first round of drinks, noshing on some of the food that's on the table, you look up because once again, you're kind of on a higher section of
We
the
can see
tavern, and you can like just see over everyone except for Hans and Franz. I mean,
Is this like, do I get a feel of like an Applebee's or do I get a feel of like a dive bar?
both. Like it's kind of like a mixed. It's trying really hard not to be a dive bar. You know what I mean? Like,
But yet it still is.
it still is.
Okay.
But it's also very crowded, so it's that kind of raucous crowd that you love so much. It just smells like opportunity when you look at it. But looking across, you easily see the others sitting at a section of the portion of the tavern that seems to accommodate what you would call the Tulsies.
But we're probably the richest people here, though.
Don't know.
I'm just looking around, like.
There are a handful of halfling folk that you guess could be merchants, and
Halflings are here? Oh, yeah.
it's all halflings.
Oh,
yeah, the whole town. Drift is mostly 99% halflings. But as you kind of, give me perception or investigation as you scan the crowd while you and Takit head over to the table.
You rolled a 1
No, I didn't.
next to a 2.
Wait, what is it? Said investigation or perception?
Or perception, your
Okay.
choice.
So 18.
18. Looking around, you can see mixed into the collective group people that you would believe to be either heads of guilds or merchant keepers or people that have a bit of wealth. The rest appear to be a nuanced crowd of like working class people who work all day long and then they come here and drink and gamble and do whatever they do. You can see card games going on. You can see dice games going on. It's a pretty eclectic community of halflings.
Now, where are the dregs, the guys that are going to pick my fucking pocket?
You won't line up for perception.
So with that, all of you are now at the main table, back together again. Early evening. The crowds are getting a little bit bodier and more people are beginning to show up.
I'm just gonna push food for Mag. Like, look, not oatmeal.
Oh, thank God.
Like, no, because I don't eat. I just slide my whole plate that I have.
Yeah.
Am I able to eat?
You can if you want. It just doesn't make any difference one way or the other.
When would you say was the last time I
It's
ate
just
anything?
a decade ago, probably, and you just got so bored with the notion of food that you just kind of forgot. You kind of forgot its pageantry.
Maggot.
So,
If I see something irresistibly
There's some Char
interesting
whiskey for
to
you.
try, let me know.
Okay.
I got to keep my mind about me right now. We're going to have a guest sometime tonight.
Oh,
You have mine?
I'm gonna be entertained.
If all goes right. Yes, I will.
Didn't Tobias sleep with the Bright Queen?
Yes.
That's right. I
Yeah, he
forgot
took-
about that.
Remember, she turned him into a minotaur, and he railed her. And
Turned him back.
No, I'm just remembering last night when I was saying, does it look like half mouse?
Yeah.
there's
And
like
you
a
were
half,
like,
And
God, that's right.
I wrote that down. I went back in and I made some notes about
there's a half tabaxi, half mouse kid in a crib.
it. No, he's trying to eat himself.
I
Because
was
he's half
never meant
tabaxi,
to
half
be.
Wasn't it like we were talking like mouse society too or something?
Mouse aside.
Oh, no, yeah, that was where you can surround the area.
Mouse society.
Oh my God. Tobias was
All right.
such a hoot, man. Maggots getting there.
Yeah.
He's always great.
It's early evening. What do you guys want to do?
I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna keep my drinking to a minimum.
Okay.
I keep my drinking to a minimum too, and I
And
watch
then-
the crowd.
Give me a perception check as you glance around the
I'm
crowd.
watching my pockets.
Okay. Give me a perception check as you glance the crowd.
Oh my God, we're Guidance.
You're drinking. You and
Yeah, we
let's
get
see.
Hans
give me
out.
two. Give me con saves for you and Avron Hans.
You're like,
Yeah,
drink.
yeah. You got your halfling drinking game going. Baruch, anything you want to do?
I'm just watching, listening to the music.
Okay.
Things.
Okay. What's your passive perception?
Shit.
Hit. Is it coiled or sloppy?
It's
Are you keeping the money out?
It's 12.
Soft
I have
serve.
money. All right.
it's watery. Like, you know what I drink?
What do? All right.
Just goes right through. It just goes right through.
I might just. Well, that's true. I might just gagged a little.
No,
Money out.
it's calcified like dog food. That's been out for so long.
Hey,
Yeah, like if they just eat too many bones, you're like,
happens,
what's
I
wrong with
gotta
you?
go
Oh,
do
you had
something. I'll be
bones.
back.
Okay, where are you heading off to?
I want to go to like a beauty shop.
Or Hans.
Yeah, all the shops are closed.
Everything's closed.
Yeah, you would have noticed that on the way into drift.
Everyone's partying.
Yeah.
Nice.
No, I
They
want to
keep
go shopping.
Damn it.
I'll be
All right.
open in the
Did you
morning.
hear what he just said?
I know,
Damn
it's
it,
crazy,
I want to go
right?
shopping. The anti-shopping.
What'd you get for your con saves?
They're both 16.
All right, you're
Not
buzzed, not
terrible.
drunk.
I
For your first roll, it's not
No,
bad.
This-
It's +1
Oh, wait,
for
so
each
this
because I
is-
was curious to see if Alva and Hans
This
both
is
had
at
the
the
same
end, right?
constitution.
It's an inn and a tavern. It's
Okay.
good size.
So I asked the lady, like, do they have like a bath? Like oils and all that stuff.
We don't do anything that fancy, but we have a room that you can clean yourself up in.
Okay.
Okay.
Here,
Four silver. Four
Make
silver.
sure to wash out that room very well.
Yeah. Don't worry.
Okay.
By the way, we got
Takes
to
you
our
back
room,
to what
so
is
that
like
way
a pseudo steam room
all together for the
with
night.
like copper kettle, vats that they've got boiled water going in. I mean, it's basic but not fancy.
Oh, that's cool.
So as you walk in, it's like there's naked halflings in some of them, and there's a couple that are empty. So one of the attendants kind of guides you over to that one. You can little wooden locker, little wooden box that you can put your stuff in and jump in and get cleaned up if you want to.
Yeah, this is the first bath I've ever taken since we started.
As you get in, all the dirt comes off of you. It like
And it gets that foam
no, it looks like you but floating on the water.
and like bugs crawling out of
You
my ears.
You just
Like,
like
drown.
shed it and
Start
bolted
the
your
bugs all
skin.
scatter.
Yeah.
The earwigs come out.
All the earwigs come out. The spider eggs pop out of my ears.
You had to go like this to clean it, get out of the water.
The minute you get in the tub, magical dead fish just float.
I actually
magically.
scrub myself meticulously clean and actually
Okay.
comb my hair and stuff.
Okay. So Maggot's like gone for like
We're like, let's see
a
what
half
happens.
hour at this point. What do you guys want to do while he's gone?
I'm assuming I haven't really seen very many halflings except these two.
Yeah. I mean, you've had some of the halfling engineers in the Mired Valley from time to time to work on projects that you were sponsoring or doing kind of repairs to the
But I've never
estates.
seen them in their own environment.
This is very
Turning
much
in-
their
turning into kill
environment.
jar.
Okay, I kind of just watch and study, and see if anything kicks loose up there.
Give me an insight check as you begin to watch the crowd build. They're drinking more. They're partying more.
I want one for my collection.
15.
I want one to
Let
put
me
in
unscrew
the
the top of the
basket
kill
with the
jar.
lotion. There's a vibe here. There's an energy about this group. I mean, the way they look, the way they behave. It's very much an energy of people that travel on the road a lot and they live day by day. There's probably opportunities here to probably gain information and knowledge about people. I don't know why I have a name crawling at me. And there's, well, depends on the day of the week. It's 15 tells you that these people are very opportunistic. They enjoy the party, and that's a group that can be easily persuaded. Yeah, yeah.
They like the party. They like the party.
Hearing that,
There was,
I like to party.
card games and gambling.
Dice games, card games, people kind of playing other games too.
Todd's gonna kind of go off to the side and then to go play skates.
Okay.
And Alpha is gonna go to a bar. There's a bar-like area, right?
Yeah, and it's designed specifically for halfling folk, so it's normal to you. I mean, it's to Keat and Talia and Baruch. It's it's like a step. It's Barbie's dream house size.
Yeah, we're gonna bash her shit.
It would be a step.
like
It'd be
right
more
there
like-
at the funny bone of the knee.
Shin splints.
You know about gender?
No, it's male.
I'd rather fucking woman.
I mean,
Yeah, yes.
most of the halfling caterers and servers are kind of mixed male and female, but currently the bartender kind of sees you approach and goes, "What can I get you?"
After that, I drink something stronger.
Oh, you want some of the drifter shine then?
Absolutely. What was it? What was we called? It was we came up with a nickname for the moonshine. Drifter shine. Drifter shine. Was it
Van.
Drifter shine?
not then.
I didn't write
Man.
it. The fact that you could read it tells you that I didn't write it.
I think it was Drifter shine. Like, I know we wrote it down somewhere. What was the name of the joke? I don't know.
I didn't know what this
So
did.
weird. Drifter. Yeah, it was Drifter shine or something.
Oh, wait.
Yes, we'll go with that.
He reaches
I
like
know,
underneath
all
the
that.
counter and pulls out this like pottery carafe with a wax seal on top of it and sets it in front of you. That'll be 3 gold, please.
What's the char to
3 gold, please. Takes your char coin, puts it away. You kind of like, you notice that there's edges after you slosh the carafe and set it in front of you. Edges of the wax kind of begin to melt on their own.
I'm gonna enjoy this. Is it like a full shot?
It's about, in your halfling hands, it's like a big cup in your hands. If
Is it a pint?
it's half a pint. It's like a half a pint.
You come in
Is it
pints?
Just not like full, like just hold on, drinking down, like I don't think it's a shot that thing. But
It takes a hefty.
Yeah, con save disadvantage.
not much of a disadvantage for me right now. The low just 17 out of 20.
Really?
Scroto Saggins.
You're drunk, but you're holding your own.
Or it went up, so it's like
Runs the
18
bag
versus
in.
20. So yeah, so
Yeah. I mean, you're drunk,
I'm drunk,
but you're
it's-
holding your own. It's not setting in. You watch as the bartender's eyes, his eyes go a little wide as he's watching you gradually drink it. You drink half of it. You want to drink the rest.
You know what? After like trying to beat my brother at drinking tonight, yes, I'm gonna drink. all of
Okay, give me another con save disadvantage. Higher DC because you're taking a second drink.
Feel good about this.
Sag.
I should give some to Maggot too. Can I like a small sip of it, like to the side, just so make sure to give some to Maggot too?
Sure.
Oh no, I'm down. No, we're technically two. Just
Yeah,
like
yeah.
woo! I was doing good at the beginning, and then it
She
just.
finishes the cup.
I mean, you pretty much just pass out on the bar.
I was
Like
all
you
like,
slump
Finishes it. Puts the cup
on the
down.
bar, and you just out cold.
Do I see that?
No, you do
Do
not.
I? Like I said, I'm constantly just.
I would
Yeah, I've been watching.
I would say it's more of a passive thing. So I know you're a 12, so you don't pick up on it. What's your passive perception? 14 now. Too crowded. Nothing sticks out as being a problem, but you just kind of lose track. And that was who was drinking?
That was Albuquerque.
Alba.
She
So
was-
you lose track of her because she mixes into the crowd. The bar is a queue of people kind of bobbing in and out of the edge of the bar, getting drinks, walking off, getting drinks, walking off. So you kind of lost her in the crowd. Where's Hans go?
Hans went to the gambling. He went to the
Okay.
gamble, so-
All right. Give me investigation as he starts looking at the different tables that are going on.
Oh, dirty 20 equals 2.
He sees one particular table of about 6 halflings rolling dice, and they seem to be playing high bones.
Yes.
With it.
Our powers combined.
Why the power of Brainstorm? We will touch our magical tips.
Small chatter, kind of like, joking,
Okay.
like getting into the game. Small chatter. Just, "Hi, you're like this."
Your powers combined.
Okay. He spends about 10 minutes at that particular table, and he's listening to the halflings talk about the lake that you remember seeing off in the distance. They seem to be chattering about a fishing opportunity that they're going to take over at Glassvale Lake. About a mile or two away from where the sauropod is currently at rest. And they're also talking about how the sauropod, they refer to it as the beastie. They just kind of refer to it as the beastie. They don't really give it a specific name. And they're slurred speech, so they're drunk. So it's kind of taking advantage of that. Evidently, there's some kind of legendary creature that lives in that Glassvale Lake,
That's the
and they're working up the liquor courage of making a plan to go get it.
Going to it.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'll, because are they drinking too?
Oh yeah, they're all drinking little tiny little halfling shot glasses. They're not drinking shine. It looks like they're shooting. They're probably. It looks like they're drinking char whiskey. You can tell by the smokiness of it.
Because in back of my mind, Hans would just be dumb enough to just be like, "Oh, they're talking about the information. Maybe he can join in on like for a good bit to see like what happens with the beastie." Do they talk about like any more about the beastie, or is it just called beastie?
They just refer to the sauropod as beastie. So like they're like, hey, the beastie's gonna be here for 2 days. We should go over to that lake, see if it's true. I don't know, man. The last group that tried, they all got eaten. Oh, that's just rumor. It's there's supposed to be a big treasure underneath there. And they're just going back about the Glassvale Lake.
Treasure? What kind of treasure?
Oh, who are you? Oh, doesn't matter. Supposedly there's a great beastie or creature that lives in the lake, and attacks stragglers and fishermen and fisher folk that use the lake, and drag them to their deaths. Supposedly there's a great heap of rotting corpses at the bottom of the lake, just jewelry and coin and all manner of stuff ready to be collected.
I guess during the game, just like put a charm point or something.
Okay.
Like, come in.
Okay. So that the dice are going back and forth. Roll 4d6 for me, please.
We're gonna make up tomorrow broke.
Broke. And you guys are gonna be just in your underwear out in the alley.
I'm never drinking char whiskey again. It makes my asshole hurt.
We got 16.
Well, what are each individual rolls?
We got 5, 5, and a 1.
Oh, 3 5s. Okay, so you win a round with 3 high fives. You get 12 char gold.
Oh, neat.
So you lose track of Alva. Hans is over at a table gambling and kind of being blustery and getting to know these groups of halflings. Takit, Talia, and Baruch, what are you guys doing?
I'm using my wits about me and
Okay.
watching.
Okay, same thing with Baruch.
Yeah, I'm
The
just
key-
pretending to drink.
So as the crowd builds, you know,
watching the crowd.
you guys smell like this perfumed, flowery smell. And this, where Maggot was, is the most stunning looking maggot you've ever seen. His hair is combed. He doesn't have like the 6-inch long ear hair coming out of his goblin ears. He's got wine. And like, he's wearing, you don't know where he got it from. He
clean.
probably stole it on the way back.
I was gonna say I want to steal some Hobbit clothes. So
Yeah, like
nice.
he's got like a cummerbund tie on, like a
Those are
purple velvet
ruffle shirt.
jacket. He's wearing like red velvet pants, but he's still got his boots because he likes his boots. And it's like all of his gear, and he looks super fancy. And he smells amazing.
Ta.
You really go ta.
Ta.
He watches a group of halfling men and women kind of go by Maggot, kind of give him raised eyebrows. They wink back at you.
I take my mask off. Hi. Hi. We're together.
Everybody
I do all of you
turns
at
to
once.
stone.
Tell them to say what?
Persuasion or intimidation, your choice.
All right. Where's my good dice? Oh, there it is. All right. Intimidation.
Let me
Persuasion.
curse it.
Doesn't matter. Oh, you did 5.
5. They just kind of
Like
you know, give you that kind of like a little too forward of a stare, and like, and they just kind of disappear into the crowd.
To do anyway. Hello, ladies.
How much for the women?
Hey, wait a minute, how much
Every
for the
time I hear that
children?
sound, all I can think about is Goldfinger. The one lady. My brother terrorized me. Oh God, what is that?
Yes.
Things that make you go. "Boo."
Hey,
I can just put, no, just put your ear to the ground.
if I hear him talking about it,
Yes. Yes. Thank you.
Okay. Excuse me, everyone. Have you heard anything about guns being no, I'll keep my ear out, see if I hear anybody talking
I'll
about,
listen too, but I'm
like,
not gonna touch it.
you know,
Okay.
anything strange has to do with the guns.
I would
Thought
say,
process was because-
those of you that are now specifically keeping your eyes out for anything in particular can give me perception rolls.
Gonna curse me now. Perception.
17.
Okay.
I have an 18.
Okay.
Here's 25 ones. 50 plus 5.
Okay.
23.
23. Baruch.
18.
18. The 4 of you almost pick up on it immediately. There is a particular table of halflings that don't seem to be as immediately kind of into the crowd. There's 4 of them around a small table deep in the back part of the tavern, kind of having a very quiet and like very intense conversation.
I'll try to go sneak over there and, not like just, but
Give me a
sneak
stealth
over.
check as you
Guidance.
okay with guidance.
What's that? A D4?
Yep.
The table, like, are they doing a gambling table by chance, or are they
24.
24. Okay, you're small size, using the crowd to kind of make your way over there. You get close enough to where you're kind of listening in on their conversation. They seem to be talking about meeting someplace called Smuggler's Point and needing to get the shipment before. They keep mentioning a particular group of gnolls known as char keepers find it. Seems like they're trying to get somewhere, find something, and they're afraid of a group of gnolls called the char keepers that might find it first.
Okay. I'll stroll back over. Let you guys know what I heard.
Talia, you can give me a history check on the char keepers.
Uh,
25.
I got a natty.
As soon as Maggie comes back and
Natty
mentions the char keepers, they are a mercenary group. And now you're beginning to wonder if maybe that's who you saw out on the road with that string of donkeys and they were pack muling like a whole bunch of shit through the maddening mesa. That might be who you saw out there. The char keepers are a mercenary group that's usually up for hire. They're known by their standard of a red skull with like a white gnoll's hand on the back of the red skull, which, while that might have been then, you don't remember seeing that legend on them. You're not sure if they were marked or not. But it kind of matches the expectation. Hans is picking up more and more information from the conversation that he's having with these halflings. But he kind of, his eye drifts towards a different table. And because he's deeper in the back section of the tavern, his eye looks over at a different table, and there's a single figure sitting at the table. She's thin, wearing all kind of like brown and black leather attire. She's got a cloak half pulled up so you can only see part of her face. It strikes you odd because as Hans tries to focus in on her face, it's constantly blurring and changing. Like it's almost impossible for you to make out any kind of facial features about her. You also can't help notice that there's this kind of dark, like magical shadowness around her. Yeah, and it's almost as if whatever she's using magical means to kind of try to blend into the scenery, not to be noticed. But your eye just catches it for some reason. And there's something weird about her. There's definitely something weird about her.
You definitely know it's a her, right? If Jack is not his attention enough, I guess. No, he'd still probably taste it.
No. It's shocking grasp.
No, he'll grab for like one of the drinks and then kind of casually go over. She's not like, she doesn't look like she's going anywhere, does she?
She's sitting at a table.
Just said, oh, but then yeah, he'll like casually, slow over there, just kind of put down a pipe. Hello there. I noticed you're by yourself.
I got that on that.
Her face turns to look at you, and that's when you see this kind of blurry, and then she reaches up and she pulls her veil down. As she pulls the veil down, you can tell that she is orc. See the outline of her orc jaw, her feminine tusks like in the corner.
It looks like a Baruch skeleton.
I mean,
Like the shape, because he is orc.
yeah, but with skin and not dead. So nothing like Baruch.
Well,
he was
remember
so
when I'm in public,
Again.
I
Again.
skin myself with a sky soap.
But you look like
Exactly.
She kind of looks down.
I guess
I'm
it's
not
good.
drinking this evening, but you're more than welcome to share the table with me if you'd like. I'm surprised you walked away from that dice game. It seems you were doing so well.
Well, tonight made more of my lucky night than I thought. And just like, it's like, I guess when this thing like this drink be big to him would be like, kind of thought like, are you sure I doubt this would do any harm to you compared to me.
I'm sorry. I'm just not interested in drinking this evening. Got to keep my wits about me.
What brings you here?
I'm supposed to meet somebody in regards to a trade. They should be here by now, but they haven't arrived yet.
Would you allow me to keep you company until they show?
Of course, it's. Feel free.
Is any waitresses or bartenders enough to get like a signal to like maybe
Yeah, one of the gnomish servers come over. What can I get you?
some great snack that you've heard. Do you have any what is it called? Chef specials?
I can bring you a chef's tray right away.
Yeah.
4 silver, please.
It takes out the little copper, and an extra
Clown
one
in.
just says like a tip.
Oh, thank you very much. And it kind of goes
Clown,
back,
please.
comes back with a small thing of snacks, and the female orc looks at it and goes, "Oh, good choice." And she's picking at it and eating some of the meats and cheeses and kind of some of the random fruits that are on it. And she looks over at Hans and goes, "You don't strike me as a drifter. What brings you to this community? Why here?"
Family. We just kind of point to like some of the other like tons of halflings around. It's all like
Oh, so it's true. You all are related.
in one way or another.
It's not really healthy for the system, but I understand your point. By the way, are you traveling alone?
No, my sister's around here somewhere.
Oh,
Just kind of like looks around, see if he can actually even sees her, and just
then
He
see
looks
her-
up.
Hanging from
she
the
could
ceiling.
be anywhere.
Oh, well, since you're not traveling alone, I
Pile of everyone's sick.
Yeah.
Pulling a mama Cass. Choking on your own vomit.
She's trying to flirt with a bartender, but she's like, "You look so."
So it doesn't start coming out from both ends.
What's up, baby? As you pull your hair off
All
your
right, all right.
vomit
What's
slaked
the
cheek.
orc say? What's the orc say?
She just wants to know what the orc says. Well, since you're traveling alone, and you're not adrift. You're a long way from home then. Where is home?
Everywhere, nowhere.
Just travelers, huh?
Time to time, we stop at a few places, but we don't really stay in one place for very long. What about yourself? I know you said you're here for a trade.
Yeah. I dabble in particular organics for alchemy purpose. I have a friend.
He's just gonna kind of lean in and just like looks like absolutely
Yeah.
fascinating.
Yeah. And that's when you kind of begin to kind of like absorb her appearance a bit more. While she has orcish features, after pulling down the veil, note the shoulders and kind of the way she's sitting. This is someone that's used to like refinement. She's probably a merchant trader of some sort. But then you begin to look at like things that she's wearing.
Just, like, jewelry.
There's like jewelry on her hands. You can also see like a bandolier of small potion vials across her chest, like maybe a dozen or so small
Ooh, she's
potions. You also see on the interior of her cloak, like in the inside of her leather cloak, you can see a small pistol, like inside there, like a small musket pistol.
Pistols really common in this area?
No, very uncommon.
So what's your name?
Back in
Danica is my name.
Just kind of like hand.
Yeah, this
like,
huge
hold,
orc hand like shakes your tiny little hand.
He
and-
holds like
You
one
said
finger, just like
Danica.
Super
Yeah,
long
for these
nails.
Oh, is it really?
Danica. I suppose the last name of that is there.
Oh, well, it's not considered proper to ask a woman her last name.
I guess just to kind of keep on with like small talk. I'm not really great at flirting even in real life. I asked her about her. I noticed your jewelry is beautiful. Are you you said you're a traveler, are you a merchant?
I do trades in certain things related to jewelry and alchemy, of course. Are you interested? I do have some inventory with me.
Kind of like leans back a little bit and just kind of depends what you have.
Well, I have some healing potions, of course. Oddly enough, I always seem to sell out of my invisibility potions here. Unfortunately, I don't have any with me right now. I do have a couple polymorph potions, a couple fly potions, and I do have a couple rings alongside me as well I could part with.
Definitely would be interested. I'm going to do this horrible flirt. I did think I would love to buy a healing potion for you because I totally felt for you and it hurt seeing it. So,
Give me a persuasion check. She tried to flirt poorly. Maggots over though. Over the gun. You're not doing it right. Just make out with her.
Chef splatter, extra cheese.
If Baruch like see
Halflings are
like that
pathetic.
he
no,
like,
we can't.
I would
Probably
say
the
with
second.
Talia, with your guys' previous perception checks, you could see Hans. Still no sign of Alva as far as you can
on his
tell.
knees
But
like this.
and kind of like in one of the other darker sections of the tavern, you could see Hans kind of like in a conversation with a very mysterious looking orc female.
You said healing potions, polymorph, fly potions, and two
Some rings
rings.
that were optional for sale.
Is it disadvantage or advantage?
No, just regular persuasion.
Because if it's regular persuasion, no,
Let's
that was,
say with your-
that's plus 6, so 26.
26.
Net is a nat 20 with the 6.
Yeah, she just kind of
Not a
smiles
nat
at you and
No,
goes.
it's a
No,
nat
she
20.
got
I got a nat 20
Team's -5.
with 6.
She,
I have a -5 to my game.
she just kind of smiles at you and just kind of like, well, I mean, I wouldn't want you to get any more injured being around me. I suppose I could knock a few coin off.
Terrible ones were my head.
But the three of you can see Hans in a conversation with a particularly good-looking female orc that seems to be traveled and
Did Nightshade come back in yet? That way
I'm gonna, since I can see him, but I can't see his sister.
okay. Are from the table? You're gonna get up and start looking for her.
I'll stand because I assume if I stand, I can
You can see above everybody.
everybody's head.
Give me investigation as you stand up and start very specifically looking for Alva.
Can I, well, no, I rolled a 1. It would bounce down.
I rolled a 1. I think I stand up and hit my head.
And looking around and seeing stars.
There's some
kinda-
feathers left in the
Yeah. No sign of Alva anywhere that you can see.
She's hit the floor and then
Yeah,
rolled
dude.
a bit, and now she's on
Right
the
to the
floor
head.
somewhere.
She's right next to the bar, and
Right
there's
to
a
the
couple
head,
of stools,
bitch.
and she's just now the footstool for some people. There's just boots being rested on her face.
So she's gonna put that in the morning.
No, you don't see her anywhere. You look about,
Uh,
stare and look. The crowd ebbs and flows and shifts, and you don't see her.
I'll make my way over to Hans.
Okay.
Ah, good friend. See, you've met someone nice.
What in the world are you? Are you somebody's thrall?
Out of disguise.
Yeah, he's got his disguise
Yeah, but
on.
I'm extremely pale.
You get the feeling that she's seeing through the veil. She's seeing through the disguise.
Wait, you can.
Yes, I think I know what I see, but I don't know what you are.
I'm a bard that ran into some shit,
Yes.
and I'll leave it at that.
Do you have
Hi,
a?
my name is Baruch.
And she just like ignores you and goes, "Do you ever sell your parts?"
You already got the halfling liver she was looking for.
Oh,
You said sell.
well, can I get a sample first? I need to examine it for my own purposes.
deposits.
Give me persuasion with advantage. She's intrigued. She is just like, if her eyeballs were blisters, they just popped. She's just like, she's intrigued by it. Yeah.
So,
That one little piece of rib's worth that much. His whole body's worth a lot.
I don't know him.
that's the stuff that was made.
Or is it?
You said
But a
persuasion?
deposit?
Yeah, persuasion.
No.
Ooh, let's see that. Well, that's
Still gonna
well,
be
that's pretty decent. 15.
You watch as she reaches into a small pocket of her cloak and she pulls out a char platinum and puts it down on the table.
It's a piece of ribbon like that.
Yeah, yeah. She takes it. You watch as her
I
eyes.
go and I bite the platinum.
Yeah, it's real char platinum. You watch as she stares at it and looks around, and she puts her, like, she does a little incantation and waves her hand over the bone.
Good job.
And you watch as it pulses slightly, and interesting. I know this handiwork. And she starts looking around the bar in the tavern.
Oh shit.
Starts looking around. I wonder, would he really be dumb enough to come into the jar? Amazing.
Who are you talking about?
So close. Drops the bone, gets up, and she just walks away.
You cock
Thank you. Pop blocking son of a bitch.
How was I supposed to know?
You were that close. That close.
Well, I have my size compared to hers. Yes, it would be.
Yeah. Okay, you're that
Just the
close.
tip. It just gets it.
Here's
But
the
yeah,
tip.
you're
have a
watching
bear
her
around
walk
when you're
away,
trying to pick
and
up on
as
it.
you're watching her walk away through the crowd, she's just kind of panning. She stands a good 6 feet tall. You guys see her walking.
And she looks the same to me though, too. Like
Yeah,
without that.
I mean, but you watched her put her veil back on.
She still does shimmer. Basically.
What do you look like right now? What disguise are you? What disguise were you using? I forgot.
Well, we have those hats,
Right, but
but they
what?
only last an hour, right?
Right.
So
And we
Doesn't he look
constantly
like
re-up them
what you
because
like
our-
the most? So wouldn't it look like her grandma or somebody or whatever?
I mean,
Typically,
how do you
yes.
look right now?
Doesn't everybody seem different?
Under his normal appearance, they do.
Oh.
But he's using the hat of disguise to manage a persona. So
I can't remember what he had said that he looked like.
because you guys are sitting at the table, you notice this very tall female orc dressed very nicely, and she's now kicked her cloak back up beyond her back, and you can see a holster with a black powder pistol hanging in it, and she's scanning the crowd, but she's like leaning up against one of the column supports of the building and just scanning and looking for something. And there's a couple times she scans right by your table, doesn't stop, doesn't like break a beat, just kind of looking around.
I'd say if I
What
I'm
have
going to go
appetizer
ahead-
do you want, Master?
I'm going to start go pull out my loot.
Do you want the charred chicken nuggets? Or do you want?
Give me a deception
You know
check
I
if you're
don't
gonna
eat.
do that.
you know I
I'm
don't
going to
eat or
start
drink.
to sing a song about her.
Give me a performance check as you do that.
I would say if I remembered, then I would just
With the
re-up and go look like a generic orc. And if I
Danica,
forgot, then
only
not
got
my
a
lover.
it's just, yeah.
Did you go
She's
for
just
orc?
an
Did you
old-
go for,
That gave me the cold shoulder.
I'm human size.
16 plus
So
If there was any here,
Yeah.
it'd look like a human.
23.
Okay. You guys suddenly hear Baruch break out in song and instrumental, and it gets everybody's attention, and he's singing about this orc woman
Named Danica.
named Danica.
It's literally Billie Jean.
You watch as the orc female, like leaning up against the column, her eyebrows knit like in anger, and she stares back towards Baruch and just she gets away. She like leans away from the column and just goes right out the front door.
Woo. She knew you. She knew what this is.
Who?
And now you came up to talk to him. Good job.
Well, she's gone.
Yeah, she left.
She went out the front door.
Who was she?
I'm gonna go look.
Her
Okay.
name is.
You being stealthy about it?
Yeah.
Hans told me her
Okay,
name
give me a
is
stealth
Anna.
check.
She had a pistol.
No, she took it.
Shit.
She took it.
You
She left the platinum with him, but
15.
15? Okay. You guys watch as Maggot gets up really quick, heads towards the front to go possibly follow her.
She
And you can hear Baruch and Taki talking about it.
the magic she used.
Hans is gonna go to the bar and start drinking because he's sad he just lost
The magic.
As you get up to the bar, there's a half-naked Alva
Oh,
across the bar. She's passed out cold. All of her shit's been stolen. Everything that she had on her is gone.
This is not the first time he's just
It's just her, like her bra halter,
Mhm.
her leather pants, and her boots.
Absolutely.
That's
She got
it.
Boots. That's it.
Yeah, there's like nothing left on her. No belt, no pouch, no cloak, no nothing. Everything's gone.
Most of them are on Hans. That's why when she disappears, he wants the stuff.
And she's just snoring loudly. You can see a huge puddle of face drool underneath her, and she's just out cold. Out cold.
He just at one point just like really just kicks her off. Just
Now she's on the floor, out cold.
this is my seat now. I'll have what she's having.
Drift to Shine it is. Puts another decanter there with the wax seal on it in front of you.
You're just gonna sip it.
Okay, that's fair. And that'll give you a buzz. It'll keep you in a buzz state while you're doing that. You get out to the door. We'll come to you two in a minute. You get out to the door, and you come out the front door, and you're looking around. You look down the street left and right, and you see her disappear in between a couple small buildings right across from the tavern. You just watch her as she's like kind of very purposely walking quickly, and you catch the backside of her just kind of turn and go in between two buildings, and then you lose track of her from that perspective.
I will hit one of the roofs and get up on the roofs so I can.
Give me acrobatics as you shimmy up onto one of the roofs.
Before you leave, or
All right.
Okay,
Yeah.
D6. Okay,
Oh, D6.
yeah, it's guidance.
I'm 4 points. D6 is good. Give me D6.
Yar! I'd be thinking you'd be nibbling on your D6s while you sit there nervously waiting.
I'm gonna give us a thing of the edible dice. Just like, fuck this.
Just
15.
see?
I'm sucking tonight with the rolls. I mean, it's not the worst roll, but the best roll.
I mean, you scamper up and get some footholds, and you get up onto the roof, and that's when you realize that everything's pretty tightly close. Like,
Yeah.
these are tight streets,
Right.
close roofs. They're not very tall.
Right.
That's why
Are you following her via the roofs?
Yeah.
Okay. As you begin to follow her, give me another stealth check as you're leaping over from roof to roof.
Oh, that's better. So 28.
Hey, Rachel, happy birthday.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday! Happy birthday from all of us. Happy birthday.
I didn't get a screw.
Now we're all sad.
No birthday today.
D6 inspiration for that cock blocking. Yeah, so what did I get? I got 28.
28. So as you're leaping
Anyone's
from
gonna
the
get
roof, you get to
followed at the
the
party.
edge of the gap
Could be maggot.
that matches the kind of two buildings that she dipped into. And then halfway down, it's not an actual alleyway, it's just a gap between the buildings that she's walking between. And it's a pretty tight, gap between. But you could see her in the shadows. She's moving quickly, and you begin to follow her along the rooftops, kind of keeping an eye on her. And you follow and follow. Before long, you see her stop. And you see two very hulking, large gnolls come out of the darkness. And she stops in front of them. They kind of look at her for a moment, and then they seem to begin to have a conversation.
I run back.
You run.
the
You're gonna
tower.
listen in. You're gonna run
Oh, I
back.
can listen in. I'm that close.
You're close. You're up
Okay.
on the roof, and they're
Oh,
not
okay,
being
they're
very
right-
quiet. They're
okay.
like maybe about 20 feet, like 10 feet below, 10 feet over,
Okay.
at like this cross section of tightly wound buildings.
Okay. Now, if I'm close enough, then I'll.
And
She got boned by you. We don't know where she put the rip.
it's a dark center of the mass.
In her prison purse.
He gave her a
And
letter.
as she looks at the two gnolls standing in front of her, she goes, I'm pretty sure he's here. Our information was correct. If they're heading for Centerpoint, we should probably leave tonight. If they're not, perhaps they're heading towards Char. But unfortunately, I think he's disguised as something that I'm unfamiliar with, and I had already blown my opportunity with that damn bony skeleton creature. But I'm positive that's his work. I'm positive. And the one gnoll looks down. If you think you're so certain, maybe we should just go in there and just pull everybody's skin off their bones. She looks up at him. We can't do that here. We can't draw that kind of attention. Meet me by the Glassvale Lake tonight. Discuss our options. Now, do it quietly and make sure you attract no attention. Yeah, right. They kind of like disappear off into the buildings beyond, and she's just standing there, kind of being very contemplative. And you watch like leather jerkin that she's wearing, and she holds it for a moment. There's a soft glow coming out of her hand as she seems to be concentrating on it, and you watch as she goes invisible.
All right, I'll sneak away and go
Okay.
back to the tavern.
Okay.
Firebomber.
You're a little.
Take a,
You hear a little
take-
Taki
take
voice
her
in your
out
head.
and all the building, the wooden building. Wait. Yeah. All the wooden building. Were they wooden?
Yeah, they're
Oh, yeah.
because they need to be light. So
Yeah.
they're very much wooden
Yeah.
structures with like
Firebomb just
yeah,
decimated
no,
the
yeah.
entire town.
Yeah, it
What a-
would.
And,
I mean, it would
scar the back
catch
of
everything
the
on
sword.
fire for sure. It's all rope and
Leather
you know,
and
wood
wood
and
and
leather, and it's like it's
Bastion.
designed to be flexible and light on the back of the sauropod. Why do you have that look on your
It can all
face?
catch on fire very easily.
Yes.
I mean,
I
I
was thinking, like,
you
it's
realize
probably
that
been cut
the
something
only thing
been
that may be
coated.
slightly resistant is that the roofs
shell?
are kind of made
Shower.
out of what
Clay or something.
no, it feels like you get the feeling that they harvest a lot of dinosaurs in their travels.
Insect skin.
Yeah, like the skin is all like this chitinous covering
Okay.
on the roof, and maybe that's part of the reason why, both for weather and potential fire threat. And it's it's not a huge town by any stretch of imagination, but it definitely is a series of wooden structures with leather binding ropes, and it's it's flammable, and you kind of pick up on that the whole time that you're hopping back towards the you lower yourself off the edge of the roof.
Firebomb, firebomb.
And you get a firebomb. And you get a firebomb. And you get a firebomb. Everyone gets
Fire
firebomb.
bombs. And before long,
Oh,
you're still at the bar with your unconscious sister, but you guys watch as Maggot steps back up to the table, and the four of you are back together again.
she knew whatever this magic is. I don't know what you did, but she knew it was
Give me a moment. Give me a moment. Do I know a Danica?
a moment.
Do I know Danica?
Give me a history check if you recognize the name.
Guidance.
I come back and tell everybody what I
No,
heard.
that's a
Okay. So Maggot fills you guys in on the
already
conversation
know
that
we're
she
here.
just had with the two gnolls.
They want to come in and pull everybody's skin off.
It's just like from, I guess, when the barn were on the opposite side.
It was
So
investigation, you said?
History.
History.
Damn. I hate myself, man.
Why?
Because I want them donuts really bad, but I know it's going to sit in my
25.
stomach and just
25?
turn into like a ball of grease.
It's a play on words.
Yeah.
The name Danica is not a real name. It's the name of a place.
Do I know this
And
place?
you know of the place. there is a community in Centerpoint called Danica, and there were some particular bad things that happened there, and you had done some extensive research on your necromancy there and your ability to understand necrotic effect. You studied the outcome of some strange kind of magical influence that no one's ever been able to figure out. An entire community was wiped out from the process. And you're like, it's weird because you're like, what's the connection? It's like, no one would use that name in such a way as like a name for themselves. I mean, it's kind of like,
She's the only survivor, and she's
Hi, my name's
out.
Auschwitz.
Oh, no.
yeah, you know, and it's
I'm
like,
Auschwitz, yeah.
you're
She
getting
just made
the
a really good point. What if that's where I was victims? Like one of his friends and be like, oh yeah, let's go here.
Memory's full of holes.
I mean, you perfected some of your magics there that you used to bring him back multiple times. But you're like, Danica. It's like the name Danica sticks in your craw, and you're just like, it's a
Probably.
weird name. It's almost like it's almost like you're sending a message with that name.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we gotta get out of here.
They know we're here.
But we also
They
know
know
where they're
I'm
gonna meet.
here.
They're gonna meet.
She didn't see him. Doesn't know what he looks like. She only knows me
Yeah.
and Hans.
And she's gonna. All they have to do is watch where you go and who you hang out with, and they're gonna figure out one of us is him.
Exactly. But
We can ambush him.
we can. But what's going to happen is I stick with Hans and Alva. You three stick together.
No, you guys. Everybody goes down to that lake. We jump.
Yes, but aren't you supposed to be meeting your new goblin girlfriend?
Fuck
if
her.
What if she can help us
This
with
is dangerous right now.
I'm just quietly.
Yes, if
How
she
long
helps
ago
us with
was
this, then
this
you can
Danica
fuck her.
incident?
Everybody knows we're here.
Maybe about a decade ago.
We gotta get out of here.
And it was also
we gotta jump on this
along the
before
time when
everyone
you first
in the
start
entire
getting
area
involved
knows
with the
we're here.
politics of Centerpoint.
Do I remember it clearly, or is
Did
it
you tell us that
pretty?
you?
No, you remember it clearly.
Yeah, I told you guys everything.
If we're not here when Night Lady is here,
What the fuck did I do?
She's going to punch
Did I
you.
wipe
Figure it
out a
out.
borough of
She'll
Centerpoint?
figure it out.
Did I make a play or something?
I
you said
mean,
by what, midnight?
you spent a
At the
long
lake?
time convincing yourself
Yeah.
it wasn't your fault.
What time is it?
Hey,
What time is it right now?
It's mid-evening, going on to late evening.
So how far away is this lake?
A couple miles away from where the sauropod is. It's out by where the geysers kind of
And
We-
then
we
fill up
need
the
to somewhere,
fields and
like,
then the
anyway,
lakes
we need to
beyond it.
somewhere Alva. We
And
need to
weren't the
find where
hobbits
Alva
talking about-
is.
about going there.
The halflings.
The halfling. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
the halflings were talking about going there.
Yeah. That group
The
that,
group.
well, you don't know
Yeah.
that because
You have to find Hans.
you have to find Hans at this point.
Oh shit. Okay. Yeah.
was he one of my victims?
Guess I don't know.
Yeah.
Why did I bring him back?
Because
You've
You've
been-
been,
feel
you've been working
bad.
really hard to try to undo what you did.
I took a bone from each of the people I killed and made a skeleton.
You've
That's
just been
206, I think. That's at least a 206.
Hold on, I'm looking.
The community of Danica was an unfortunate accident.
Like one bone each.
Yeah, I know.
It was a large community of orcs and hobgoblins and goblins that had lived within a certain region of Centerpoint, but they weren't allowed to be there. So it felt like a good
I
opportunity
wiped out
for
a
you.
refugee camp.
Pretty much, yeah, you
Were
did.
you trying to
So my
make
boss
the-
is Joseph
were
Mengele.
you trying to
I was
make the-
experimenting on refugees.
were you
Yeah.
trying to
Yeah,
make
because
the
no one was
I
gonna
didn't
miss
know that
him.
when I put my application in.
No one's gonna miss him. And that chamber that you found near Centerpoint had some interesting magic for you to study. And you were like, well, no one's gonna miss him.
They're thinking
Were you
we
trying
were
to make
gonna
the
go to
philosopher's
Centerpoint
stone?
or Char.
Huh?
I said, were you trying to make the philosopher's stone?
She was,
Hans?
She was talking about it that we might go to Centerpoint or Char, so she already knew where we're going.
Give me investigation as you look around, yeah.
where does this goblin lady go from us to go?
Oh, she wants us to go to some
I have a
floating
friend who
city.
actually has.
Then I like that
he
idea.
made a
Yeah.
full size.
Let's see. Can you find her now?
She said she'd meet us. I don't think she'll meet us out in the open though. I think we'll just go. I'm gonna go to the room for a
And they
minute.
decorated it Christmas.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Conference meeting in the room. Let's go now.
Okay, I'll go collect Hans and Franz.
Yeah.
I'm going
Drag
to-
So
them.
as you
Stop
get
at
up to
the-
start looking for Hans and Alva, you can see Hans is currently in a fight with another halfling, and Hans is like, "That's my sister's jacket!" Like he's pulling on it and like going back and forth.
I walk over.
What-
It's 21, so I'm gonna go with a good punch just to.
Yeah, like you're just in time for you to see a half-naked Alva on the floor and Hans stealing back her missing jacket.
Which house
Can,
is naked?
can we just say that someone's like trying to remove the boot?
I pick her up. Put her over my shoulder.
Okay.
I don't want no
She's mumbling into your back. So all of you guys are heading up to the common your common room.
And before we leave the floor, I'm going to find the lady we spoke to for the room. If anyone comes in looking for my friend Maggot, just let them know that we retired to our room. He's
Sure.
expecting a guest.
Okay.
And
I'll
hand
let
her-
him know.
I'll hand her a. No, I'm going to hand her a silver.
Okay. No problem. I'll keep an eye out.
Where did this Dunsky grow up?
In a refugee camp, didn't you just hear?
Do I see any more?
That was
zombies?
murder!
If anybody comes to murder us, let him know what room we're in.
Give me give me
Yeah.
investigation.
You're the one who wants to
You're
leave. The
You're
room
following
anyway.
everyone towards the stairs. It'll take you up to the next level. You're just keeping an eye out and see if
More of
Is the doors have numbers on them or something?
observation.
you guys have a key.
17.
17. Not that you can see. In the immediacy at this point. You know.
Alright.
You know, I'm already slightly drunk on the way there. Can I sleight hand if I try to steal from people on the way there?
Sure. Give me a sleight of hand with disadvantage.
Oh, I got advantage. It was like, would it be normal? 'Cause
Yep.
It's like I've got plus.
Yep, it'd be
straight
normal
roll.
if you have advantage.
So 19 plus 5. So that's 4.
Okay. Yeah, you like as you make your way out, you pretend to be drunk and you pilfer a coin purse off someone's belt. Yep.
Oh, look. I was right. No.
I'm going to
So-
say I've been purposely pretending that I don't remember any of that
Okay.
and trying to block it from my mind. But now that it's in my face,
Like all mass murderers do.
I'm
Compartmentalized.
is there like an urban legend around it and shit? Is there like a
There's a mythos
butcher of
around
Danica
it. There's a
kind of thing?
mythos around it.
Yeah, and the problem is, I don't remember anything.
That's not
Yeah.
a problem.
So, like the numbers on the doors are the only little tiles or something, or
I
No,
remember-
they're
I
just
remember
like
I'm a
little
bard.
metal numbers that are nailed
I have
to each
skills.
of the
I
doors.
don't
Your
remember-
key
I
is
know my name,
room
that's
4,
about it.
and there's
What
the
did
current
you do?
floor that you're on
I
has
brought you
8
back.
different
You
rooms.
got killed by the.
I'm gonna take some time and switch all the numbers around.
Okay.
What did you do before that?
Give me stealth and give me sleight of hand.
Someone's going to try and
Apparently
get
a
into
lot
our
of shit
room
that I
because
don't
they have our
remember.
key.
Oh my god, I cannot do shit tonight.
Well, the good news is,
What am I doing first? Stealth?
2 of us
Do
are
stealth
really
first.
sleep.
13.
Now give me sleight of hand.
Alright, slide a hand.
And it's about
Man,
like
14.
what
Okay.
o'clock?
It's going on to late evening.
Okay, so like 9, 10ish.
Sure.
Lady.
No, that won't do
So what about your characters?
That's
So
the
you get up to the first door and you start prying off the numbers so you can start your plan. The door suddenly opens. And there's this like complete like naked hobgoblin staring at you. And there's
Are you
at
just
least
behind-
half a dozen. There's like
What are you doing at my door?
Master
there's at least half a dozen like women and men halflings all naked and all sorts of like disarray
Oh, you
right
smell
behind
dirty.
you.
Come on in.
And the hobgoblin looks down at you and goes through bleary eyes, I don't believe I ordered one like you, but I'll take you. It like starts to reach for you.
You're gonna get lucky.
Well, you do look pretty today.
Alright.
Yeah.
I
You're
go,
all
oh,
right.
wrong room, man. Sorry.
Well, if you get bored, come back.
All right, have fun with raw dogging.
It was pretty. And then he like shuts the door and goes back inside.
It's more hands than a fist fight. We should go hide in there.
I'll
Suddenly
drag her
mass
over and
murder
throw
is
her
not a
in.
problem. There's naked people over there.
Guess what? You're gonna get laid.
She just blends into the back with all the rest of the naked people.
So all of you are in your room. Unless you want to try again.
Whatever, I give up. We're all gonna die. I can't roll anything tonight. I'm just gonna stop rolling.
So you guys are all in the common room at this point. Alva is out cold.
Can you do something about that?
I slap her.
I'll slap her too.
Nothing happens.
I punch her. No, I twist her.
No, just like one.
I cut one of her fingers off.
Calm down. I got this. Calm the fuck down.
We all line up.
Yeah.
Of course, airplane references all night long. All night long.
This is the wrong day for me to stop sniffing glue.
I don't have
Wrong day for me to stop smoking crack.
Great. Lesser restoration.
I don't have much
Oh, well,
prepared.
Come on,
I don't have
dice.
it prepared.
Whatever one you rolls the best, I'm gonna use.
Oh,
Of
that'll
course that
work.
one. Of course I get a 20 on this thing. When I don't need it.
You very
Okay,
much
oh,
Laura
wait.
Bailey'd that one.
It says once per game I can save a 20 I roll. To use anytime during the game. No, I'm just kidding.
That's a great feat.
It is. Stinky feet.
That's part of the divination goblins, right?
Yeah.
The divination goblins.
Right. All
They're
right.
sparkly.
So you guys are in your
Okay,
room.
what do we want to do? Do we want to stop these people from chasing us so they don't tell the
I
whole
do
world we're
need
here?
you to make a deception check because you're
I'm freaking out.
traumatized
I
right
am
now.
freaking
Yeah.
19 plus.
And why does this person know
Right.
you
What was it?
and that you're back
Deception.
here?
Deception.
I thought you were always
21.
in the valley.
You're holding it together.
I'm pacing though. Back
You're
and forth.
pacing, but you're holding it together.
Yeah.
Who is this?
She knew.
An old fling or something?
You heard her. She knew about the magic
I
that
made
he
it feel
used on
defended.
me. You know more about me than I do right now.
I'm impressed.
I don't like it's good.
I
I didn't think you had it in you.
You try to be a wingman. Sorry
Yeah.
about cock blocking you, by the way, but
You don't want to be impressed. Not this impressed.
not in the fun way.
No. You know, when you went up to the whole goblin camp and wanted to talk to him and hug him and stuff, I really questioned why I was with you.
Yep.
But if, like, how many? Like, did mom, dad, and aunt, uncle? How many? More?
You know,
Way more?
curses or something or whatever she could do with them.
How many were in her family?
Extended.
Oh, extended.
Mindy.
More than
It
20.
smells like dirt sausage.
No, it's just like
like
one of the like probably kobold
I don't feel so
skeletons
out of
the
place
T-Rex thing.
All right, so you massacred.
Kelly's like, why have I?
So
come
you
with these
massacred
people?
a shit ton of
I'm a
people.
death cleric.
That's true.
I'm a
Oh, yeah,
death
yeah.
cleric, so it,
Massacred a lot of people, and now this person, whose name for the place you massacred, knows you're here and is talking to hobgoblins.
I didn't let that slip. I didn't say that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All
He's
right.
only just
All right, fine.
he's keeping most of it to himself.
Yeah.
So she wants to kill you. Why? Here's the deal. You got next time, kill everyone, because this was what will happen. There's always going to be someone who will
What you
come
did
back
with
for
me, you
revenge.
killed me and brought me back.
how old did she look?
It's hard to tell.
Hot.
She looked hot.
But the way they describe her magical abilities, you're not even sure that's what she
Big
looked like.
hands.
She was a big girl. Positive.
She had this really cool thing between her tits.
Dungeons and Dragon movie comes to mind.
Yes. I
Lots
just
of bottles.
Our Dungeons and Dragons movie would be rated R.
I like
Rated
X.
NC-17.
Like bigger than-
NC-17.
Not as big as yours.
WMA, blah, 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 all the other alphabet for don't watch it.
But she Hans was telling me she presented herself as an alchemist.
I'm
She's
so
just
proud
now
right
more of
now.
a trader merchant, basically.
That dealt in alchemical.
I watched the door, by the way.
Is there a window in our room?
Yeah, there's a window that overlooks the main entrance into the tavern.
Close it.
Okay.
And then look out.
Just
Give me perception as you kind of scan the outside.
20.
What do you get?
1.
Perception. Let's see.
It's not bad.
Oh, it's not bad.
It's not great.
Like 14.
I mean, there's crowds of people coming and going, and there's crowds in the street, but nothing out of the ordinary. Don't see those gnolls that you saw in the alleyway. They would stick out if you saw them.
Yeah.
Because they're meeting her in class failure. She's invisible.
I say that we go to the lake, ambush them, take them out so they can't hurt us anymore. Then we go do this thing that's going to make us a shit ton of money.
I mean, we
What
could
what
make
she
it-
said was, quote, more money than I've ever seen.
I mean, we can
Okay,
make
but
a
we
shit
still
ton.
have to go into char first because we're right here and that's time sensitive.
Oh,
And you
Char.
You said she mentioned Char.
Yeah, that we might be going to Char or going to Center Point.
What
So
do we
she
do?
already knows about us. She already knows that we're up here.
If we go to the glass,
The
if we
question
go
is,
the
meet up
glass
with,
why
uh,
does she know
lake,
about
there's
us?
trees at the bottom.
The
What's his
Knowles
name?
attacked
Agents.
us at the town, and they must have got wind of where we're going. Because they probably what they did.
Did you-
You know, remember the guy that caravan we're on for a while.
Yeah.
Okay, now if I was there, I'd get him and I'd start a fire under his feet, and then by the time
Yeah.
his feet start to burn,
Disadvantage
he's gonna tell me everything
because you're
that
dragging your
happened.
unconscious sister.
I gave him
No.
hats. They're headed this way. This
Right, but
everything.
True.
he's taking her
What
off
if-
the bed.
Hans was trying to like talk about the treasure that's on the bottom of the lake, but everybody kept talking. I was just like, I'm just gonna grab all of them. I'm gonna take her to bed.
It's just one room, right? I would put her
Yeah,
down
it's a
on
common
bed.
room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I put her down on a bed.
Oh, you put her. Okay, I thought she was.
Hey,
I thought she was
Hans.
like on a couch or something.
Hey Hans, in number 7, there's an orgy going on. With a
Hodge literally stares at the door and back over at Maggot.
with a hobgoblin. I'm pretty sure he's the bull.
And you think that stops him? No.
And a whole lot of halflings.
You had him at half. No, wait. No, you said
Yeah.
big guy, right?
Yeah.
Hobgoblin and
Hobgoblin?
I
a
saw
bunch of
it.
halflings.
It went from like the top of his head to his
See how much money
chest
I can
almost.
make. I'm just gonna go out the room.
Guidance.
Right. Yep.
As you're out in the hallway, you look up and down and see the door that.
It's got like it's just hanging.
Yeah, it's like you can see the door that Maggot was fucking with. You can see the number just hanging. You figure that's the one. You can hear like sounds, and you gravitate towards it. Do you knock on the door?
Yep.
You knock on the door.
You gotta remember that little bit like uppies. I want uppies.
So as you guys are in the common room, Alva's out cold. Hans is out doing whatever Hans wants to do, leaving the 4 of you conscious and awake.
We were talking about going to the lake.
Who needs digital sound effects?
Are we going to go to the lake with her, having to leave her here unconscious,
No.
She'll be fine.
and Hans slightly inebriated, and probably now
Very.
very dicked down?
We don't know. He could be dicked up.
Dick and
Both
I don't know.
dick
I'm
sideways.
gonna roll
probably.
the dice and say that Hobgoblin was a top. That's just me.
Probably.
I almost got grabbed and dragged into that room.
Maybe
Okay,
a switch. You never know.
he could be a switch hitter, but I doubt it. Oh my god!
No.
He was very aggressive.
Give Hans a dildo helmet. Start throwing it around.
Oh, yeah,
What
like,
is
like
that?
10
What is
minutes
that?
later,
What is- there's
you
that
just
over
hear
there.
this like burly cheer from like the halflings.
There's that one type of ogre that literally just chucks.
Balls.
Yeah.
Bullseye.
It starts with an H. It's like, oh, it just has like 4 or 5 goblins just strapped with like metal piked helmets.
It just throws them like freaking spears.
Yeah.
There's
Oh
cheering
my
going on down the
Alright.
hallway.
Okay, well,
We just lost half our viewers, so hey guys, good night, and we're signing out for the last time.
We have 2 months
No,
to do
no.
the
If
center.
some of our viewers could put up with some of this,
Yeah, we have time to get to Char.
Yeah.
Oh,
You don't
We have 2
remember
months.
We have 2
one
months.
of
And we're-
Vince's
yeah.
that
We're already
that-
almost there.
what was it,
I
Miami
kinda
Vice
want
one?
It
Uh-huh.
was
Oh
all
my
1980s
God.
Miami
Oh.
Vice themed D&D.
Oh,
I
and
didn't
it
know
Was it like
It was
sex
I mean,
and drugs?
way
and rock
over the
and roll?
top.
way
Oh,
over
okay.
the top. We ended up like there was.
I
these-
understand.
I wanted to be in that one so bad, dude. So
There was
I
a
bad.
don't
succubus
think
and
if
an
we go
incubus,
after, if we're trying to go
orgy.
after her,
and they ended
Oh,
up
no,
like
this is completely different.
with the mace
Conversation.
and up the butt and cutting it in half. And
as soon as I
no,
get
my
my
God.
I will
It was.
spend
You got to
my
use all
efforts
your
towards that.
I
innuendo.
did not.
Innuendo.
let's figure out what we are going
You ever
to
want
do.
to see that
How
or
did
watch
she know
it?
that?
That one was
Was my
crazy,
magic?
and it's probably still up on YouTube.
It's somewhere on the YouTube page, yeah.
Mortar and
That's cool.
That one was.
Pretty raunchy.
Wow.
All right, when are we gonna die? Let's do it.
I gave her
Yeah.
a piece of my
How are
ribbon,
we gonna die?
How do you
and
pick to die?
You should give it back.
detected-
The
She never gave me the rib back, did she?
Nope.
no.
Yeah, no.
Panic.
Mm,
What does that mean? It means she can just follow us.
I mean, it means she has a very. Give me an Arcana check.
Yeah, she can describe me.
I might need to roll a few.
Without your permission.
And while they were talking, while they were talking, I was like, oh, he talking with Oz. I'm like, oh, I pulled out like a small kobold like piece of skeleton from like
19.
the,
Oh,
Hey,
where,
just
where the
mi-
other rib is? Just,
and then just mending.
gotcha.
So
Okay.
I have like a bit of a
A little bit of a blue rib
yeah,
right there.
yeah.
Okay.
Just the magic just slowly starts like. At some point, you're just gonna have rainbow colored ribs.
Yeah.
55 minutes, you can come back.
Just the
19.
rainbow.
It makes it a lot easier to scry on
I need
people
to
if you have an item or
Piece
a
here.
yeah.
A piece of
And-
their
An,
body.
an
Again,
object or
Do
something.
we
that
know if that's
represents
actually
them.
part of my original body? How many times have I replaced ribs?
Hard to know for sure. You're not even really sure how many times to keep brought you back.
Exactly.
So
But it's a hit and miss. Yeah.
It's
Like
that
I was
thing
saying,
where
like,
he
once
feels
that
sad,
one-
so he brings
once
him
I-
back. I'm gonna
you
bring
get the feeling that
That's why I learned
most
mending
of
is
her
to fix my
interest
shit.
in is probably understanding what he is. Proof that the magic worked. You kind of get that from the story about Hans's conversation and Baruch's conversation with her, and it's either she's using that name to hopefully cause you to panic, or she's using it to send a message that she wants to talk about it, maybe. It could be more about the magic than the occurrence.
So someone wants to know how I did it.
Yeah.
Wants to cash in.
Yeah. Could be a bit of that
See how you made
too.
the Philosopher's Stone.
See, and everybody in the village is got some
No.
form of life.
Great,
Starting
she
to
saw
pick
me
through.
that,
In your
and so
bones.
just just realized also
Um,
gemmed eyes.
I need some spiritual guidance here.
Okay. I'm gonna cast on.
Very-
Oh, don't
very-
start that,
very-
Master. Don't start that.
Stay away
No,
from
no,
the
that's-
look,
good
religion
choices.
sucks.
That's no.
What,
Don't.
Very specifically,
Don't throw up.
would going to
You haven't eaten anything.
the person calling herself Danica in peace be good or bad for me?
Okay.
You.
Just lie to him.
Oh my God. All right. So I'm
He's
gonna
growing
sit
a fucking
down and I'm gonna
conscience.
center myself, and I'm going to ask.
This matrix triangle forms.
Or are they looking for revenge? Or that could help.
Is it a revenge?
I mean, you get a kind of cold breeze across your neck. Your feathers kind of ruffle a bit. Sounds like a really bad idea to deal with her. Dealing with her could be dangerous.
I'm getting a lot of danger.
Yeah, there would be that around that.
Okay, so it's an ambush.
Yeah. Push that stuff way down, Master. Put it in a little box way down in your soul and never open it up again. That's how you deal with it. And this is just bringing up a lot of bad memories for you. So
At least he has the memories.
her death will seal the amount of problems you have with what you.
Okay,
used to
Dumbledore.
Really
You can't do it. You're like jamming it in your eye.
And we got to do the kung fu thing.
I can do that. All right. So
That helps. Thank you.
So,
You need to do that.
isn't it 3? You did commune, right?
no, I did augury.
Augury is a notion of a good or bad idea of a question.
Wait a minute. Let me
So
do
we
this
should
here. Let me hang on a second.
Stay here and
Are there
meet with.
any kind of
Maggot's
secrets that
girlfriend.
you can leave out of the window for
Honestly, just
your lady friend
I asked,
Goblin to
do
know
we
to
go
come?
to Danica and
Wait. I'm getting something. Man. What?
I
I just got it. Wait. Let's kill her ass. So we're safe.
No, we don't.
No, I
want-
don't
we don't
have
want to
anything-
approach her.
Look.
How? So
Let me
saw
tell you
her
something
with-
about one thing about Nightshade. Super hot. None of you hit on her. That's number one. Number
I'm
two,
not into goblins.
she's really smart. She's gonna know what's up, right? So she'll find us. But look. We want this, but see, something got in our way. We have to deal with what got in our way. What got in our way? He's grown a conscience. He wants to go hug, but we need to go kill.
No, we
And then
don't.
put it in the
What if
past.
we're
I don't wanna
outnumbered?
go hug.
We don't
If we go now, Maggot, we're going.
Hans is still awake. It's just Alva that's out.
No,
We're
it's like,
going to be
it's
out
like-
one of our people.
Oh well.
Alba, two of
What
them
if-
that game, just
what
kinda
if
like
they
mumbling your
outnumber
sleep,
us?
just
Can you
kinda
do something for her?
like,
Still
No,
tomorrow
she's
morning,
out.
tomorrow morning I can.
No, she's out cold.
She's out.
Yep.
She's
It rolled once. That's understandable.
Yep.
Yeah.
She's out cold.
So I have here.
We're holding
clerics
up here.
are.
We're holding up here.
Okay.
We're holding up here.
Okay, Master. No problem.
Holding up here. We'll wait for your girlfriend. But we're staying away from his girlfriend.
They know where we're at.
Yes, they do.
They're gonna meet tonight at midnight. We already know where they're gonna meet.
Well,
It's stupid not to go there.
Hopefully, your Nightshade visits us before that.
And we can
All right, well, say hi to her. I'm gonna go over to the lake. I'm gonna spy on them at least.
You heading out to the
Okay,
lake?
but you're the contact for the Nightshade chick.
I already told her about you. I told her about Master. You guys can meet with her. Decide what you're gonna do if you want to make, quote, more money than you've ever seen, or not. I'm guessing you're gonna say
You know,
yes.
It's a huge.
We'll do that while he goes and gets himself killed. That means more money for us, right?
Yeah, but
I got dibs on the back.
I'm trying to be security. You're not doing a good job at letting me do it.
How many of them are there?
There's gonna be 2 gnolls.
How do you know there's only going to be 2?
She said she was gonna meet them at the lake.
Them does not equal always
Are we gonna sit here
What
and
kind of
wait for him
potions
to
did
come
she
and
have?
get us? Are we?
Hans. What
He's gone.
Oh,
Yeah, Hans is gone.
How's it get laid?
Look.
Hans is partying.
You have a good time.
This is what I know. If someone's looking for you, you go find them first.
Agreed, but not
Good. You can go with me.
He already knows me.
Well, no, I don't. Wait a minute.
So
They can find you by
Technically, I-
magic. I don't want you to go with me.
I can technically fly with you.
No, I don't want you with me.
Or you could fly into what's your dad's name?
Belfry.
Yeah, you could do that.
I mean,
You
Belfry's
remember-
out in the area, the forested area,
Yeah.
where the
There's
forested
a-
belt, because she's undercover.
Probably
Poor
or
little
something.
halfling just.
I gotta at least find out what's going on over there. If there's 20 gnolls coming this way, you need to know.
Fine. How about I go since I can just fly?
She'll sense you coming.
I was figuring we
You
just
gave
wait
her a
for
piece of your rib, man.
Nightshade chick. She gets here, we talk to her, and then we leave.
You're like
We
a
don't have to
beacon.
stay
They know what
here.
room we're
Yes.
in right now, probably.
No knock on the door yet. There's been no obvious signs of anyone trying to get in.
You just hear through the wall.
I'll fall off the bed.
Why do I bother?
Look after sex, you're doing it too fast.
All right, I got your back, Master. Don't worry about it. I'll be back. You want to go?
I want to stay here and wait for the Nightshade lady.
Fine. Okay, I'm going.
I mean, money.
Fine.
But-
he can make the deal. You're not going to make the deal.
But you're the contact.
He's going to make the deal.
But you're the contact.
I mean, she did specifically say she was going to look for you.
Fine. I'll go down to the bar and see if she's there yet.
Okay. So Maggot goes to leave, leaving the rest of you up in the room.
Don't leave the area.
Okay.
What?
I got you.
as
Whatever
you
you
head
say,
downstairs, kind of leaning up against one of the columns that hold up the structure, you can see her, and she's looking around. She looks at the stairs and sees you, and she just kind of waves you over to her.
As soon as he leaves, I take up 2 sheets and I hang one over the door and I hang one over the window. So if something walks through it, I'll see it move.
Okay.
All right, I'll go see her.
I've been here for 10 minutes looking for you.
Ran into a few things. Don't worry about
Oh,
Get to fix your hair.
are you still capable of doing what I need? And we're your friends, your compatriots.
They're
I'd
up
like
in
to
the room.
meet them.
Let's go up the room.
The room? Really?
What?
Give me persuasion.
I take her to the orgy
Looking
room.
all-
Baby, you're gonna have the best of your life.
Yes, because you roll one.
Yes.
Fuck you. Wait, what am I trying to do? Persuasion?
Yeah.
Tell me if it's luck or something. Come on.
Persuasion. 1. So I got 2. So put a natural 1.
Retrieve your friends. We'll have a drink down here, thank you.
There's somebody looking for us right now.
Oh, there's always somebody looking
Oh,
for
jeez.
somebody.
I go upstairs. Hey, she's downstairs, guys. Come on.
Told you.
Okay, let's
So
go.
he got Hans
Time
got
to make yourself
Alba's
look
jacket
like
back,
something
right?
else, too.
Yes.
Okay, so I put Alba's jacket on her.
Okay.
Or no, I put it on her.
The Butcher of Danica is here.
And then I do up the buttons so
Top
that the sleeves are all
I've got
wibbly
the same
wobbly.
size as
And
you.
then I tie her.
She can't hold on to her fake arm. She's just this
No,
body
no.
like hanging
I
there.
have
Yeah,
to keep it
yeah.
the same way. I don't want
So
to-
I tie I use the whole coat and I turn it into a baby bajorn.
All
With
right.
Alba just
Asleep
Okay, I come
on your
back.
back.
I go back downstairs. Are you coming or not?
Knock, knock, knock. Hans. Hans.
Now you don't want
He
your
comes to the
sound.
door with a rubber glove on.
Hans would hear to keep knocking. Do you want to go to the door? Or?
He's like, what the? He answers the door with a rubber glove on. Hey,
Okay, so
No,
no,
the-
what would it be for
KY all over
no,
her.
no. Make a gun. Save time.
Perception.
Perception.
Yeah.
No, no.
So let's see.
The dong helmet.
19. Damn, so I
What?
never heard it.
Yeah, you heard
What?
to keep knock on the door.
I'm gonna. He's
No,
probably.
it's a whole mohawk of them.
Yeah.
How bad do we want to say it is?
And snap it up.
I
Let's
mean,
go.
he's having a good time. You don't need to say how bad it is. I mean,
Wait a minute, like how
like-
does it look like? Just like. You know,
I mean, so to
you
keep
are
the door
soaked
open,
in different body.
to keep the door open, so there's Hans standing in front of you. He's got like his leather
What do you
breeches on, and you can tell all of his top coverings are gone.
What?
All of his gear is bundled up around his waist, so you can keep tabs on
So you
it.
can see his nipple rings.
And he's like, I say he's
And
very
it's droopy.
sweaty. Like he's and he smells like liquor and sweat when you're staring down at him.
And sex.
He looks like not hammered, but you can tell he's a little drunk, and he's just standing there staring at you, blinking.
What?
Man.
Playtime's over.
No. It's close enough.
Let's go. You know what? I don't want her to see that. If that's going to be the indication of how we are as a group,
Yeah.
I don't want to bring him. Okay. Let's go. So we go down. You're right.
And I still just got Alva.
Our
Alpha
ragtag
just called
fugitive
it-
fleet here.
Ragtag fugitive fleet. Looking
You're
for the
on
12
the dollar right
colonies.
now. All right.
So for long, you guys come down with Baby Bjorn, Alva, and Takit, and there's Maggot kind of leading Talia, and the look on Nightshade's face, she's just like, she just
Her brother and her got into a drinking
Then
match
on the background,
before
music
he
starts
joined
playing.
us.
Are you doing an 80s slow motion walk?
Yeah, I'm walking. I toss my hair.
I hear the music. I can feel it.
And then like behind you, like a couple of drunk,
Weird ass skeleton dude and
like a
Misty-
couple drunk
Misty Tiger.
halflings pass by you,
Oh, no,
slow
I
motion,
agree.
like
Yeah,
yeah.
What if, before we come, we would have gone down.
You hear it click as you're now a meme.
Yeah. All right. So
Table, perhaps.
yeah, let's hurry up.
Is your friends okay?
They're fine.
Okay.
She had some of the moonshine.
It was supposed to be a night off.
Oh, that I understand. Sorry about the timing.
That's fine.
Meeting Maggot was uniquely
Stimulating.
Whenever you meet Maggot, it's unique.
yes, it was. Well,
Would you say it
please,
was stimulating?
I would
You've never
say,
met anybody before like me, have you?
Oh, I have. Just they
Like
usually
what?
cover in a bit more crust and grime. I'll give you hygiene points for sure, but I'm not one that's into moving down. I prefer my own height. Thank you, though.
You're not a goblin.
No, I'm not. Did he tell you I was?
Yes.
Yeah.
He said you were
Well-
very beautiful,
Oh, well, thank you.
which
The hottest
was
goblin
completely
I've ever
wrong.
seen.
You are definitely not a goblin.
I don't know. What
Beautiful.
you-
Where I come from, they refer to me as a drow.
Oh.
My no.
Wow, you're a drow.
Did you do that magic circle?
Server, drinks, please. I'm gonna need lots of drifter.
Bring the
Drift to
moonshine!
shine. Bring the drift to shine, please. And
All right.
a fresh tray of food and drinks come over,
So
and
here
she's,
we all
Can
are.
I would like to roll a history for hearing drow.
oh, you have no idea what a drow is. Never heard of it before.
Elves don't exist.
So
Elves and humans don't exist. Right?
this is my master.
Elves and humans don't exist.
And your name,
But they're legend.
Keat.
Yes.
Not
Doesn't
exist.
sound familiar to me.
From
He's known
Elves and humans
for-
don't exist.
They don't exist, but there's the legend of one.
You're not happen to be from the Mayan Valley, are you?
Yes.
Oh, you're Crooked Finger ilk, are you? Interesting. You're a long way from home, you and your friends.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
I think you mentioned something about more money than I've ever seen before.
I would think.
Did you do that magic circle?
You watch as the drow stares over at Alva. Fuck's sake. And like flips, and you watch as immediately a sober and awake Alva sits up.
Oh,
Completely sober
thank you.
and wide awake.
Thank you.
She's still just strapped to my back.
Yeah. Like C-3PO style.
All right. Hey, get it together. We're in a meeting.
Shit.
All right.
D6 here.
You have a great
that one.
nap.
That was good.
Trying to make some money.
Alva.
You
For Alpha.
rocked my world last night. I'm fucking with you. You've been out cold since you drank some.
I didn't
sort
say
of-
that.
some of
It
the
was
shine.
actually you and your brother.
Boned would be a whole new meaning.
What's wrong?
He's
You
getting
did
fucked.
orgies.
Well, that's kind of normal, but what kind of?
Hobgoblin.
Hobgoblin.
All right, let's get it all. Hey, get it together.
Are you feeling better now, dear? Are you prepared to pay attention?
That's as wide awake as I've ever seen her.
This is wait. Can I know what that is? 'Cause, Lord, I need that like every time.
Oh,
after
it's
this.
simple. It's prestidigitation. Cleans you right up. Prestidigitation will clean up alcohol and
Really?
Clearly, you drank too much.
Yeah.
I cannot wait.
Thank you.
Figure that
You're
shit
welcome.
out.
Now, I'm beginning to have second thoughts. I need a crew for my ship, and we're going to the Sundered.
Okay.
My previous crew was recognized. I need a new crew. I don't want to be recognized where we're going. I have to deliver a very special package to a very special Aarakocra. I will not name his name now because it's not important. I need you to be my cover story, my subterfuge. We are simple traders traveling to Sundered to pick up some gnomish and goblin engineering supplies. And we're meeting with, we'll call him his lordship for now. So all I need you to do is make sure no one is paying attention to us. I need you to make sure that the two companions that will be with me are taken care of, and that nothing will harm or interfere with what we're doing.
Can you identify the two people?
So would that have to be that
It's a pink goblin.
that really he mentioned someone who had a very bad skin condition?
Isn't it albino?
No, it was
Yeah, it's like a-
scaly.
No, it's like a pink. It was like pink
Oh, my
pink goblin.
dragonborn companion. I keep
What
forgetting.
one?
I keep forgetting the world that I'm on. That you're not overly familiar with these types of people.
And the pink goblin?
Oh, that would be a human.
Are you from the Fae? Fae what?
Not exactly.
What did you
What's
call
a
it?
human?
Human are common creatures that live in other places, just not in this world, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's
Or
really weird looking.
Some would say fortunately, depending on what you know of them.
And it looks like a pink goblin.
Not exactly. I think anything through his goblin eyes just looks like a
I
version
mean, you
of a
know, it
goblin.
was about.
That's
It
true.
was about our. Well, you know what? It looked like a hop. It looked like a half.
It's because it's a child of a very important and influential family in a very far-flung place, but their value is political.
This world.
Yes, the world of Calisha, where you live. You're
From a
aware.
different planet.
I'm from a different place. Sure, you could call it that.
All right. Well, that's all great. Now we know where we're at. How much money?
Well, if we are successful in making the trade, I can pay you 1,000 platinum now. Once we have concluded the event, I can pay you an additional 2,000 platinum after the fact.
Each?
No, as a group. You can split it up among yourselves.
Families that could kill with that much money.
No.
All of them.
Okay. Well,
Very well. We have one
Yeah,
more in our
very
party who's being
When do you
debauched.
need to leave?
In 2 days, I'm finalizing my contact with an individual on the Sunday, and then we can leave
Is
for.
there anybody we should be watching out for that are looking for you in your
Anybody of peculiar nature taking peculiar looks upon. Well, yes, but you'll fit in more here than I
like
will.
Knowles.
She kind of looks at you. What do you mean? Why would that come to mind first?
We've come across quite a few gnolls
Well,
on our way
you
here.
killed a bunch of them to get the human thing.
Yes, I never really answered that question, but
And
yes, Knowles outside of the Char and outside the Devil's Grin would be peculiar.
there's
They usually traverse the maddening mazes if they're planning on smuggling things to and fro. We shouldn't see them anywhere near Sundered. So yes, if you notice Knowles,
there's two here that I know.
Cards on the table.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
in the drift.
Yep. They'll be
They're
By
heading,
the
they're
lake.
heading to the glass.
With an orcish looking lady,
Who goes by the name of?
Danica.
Danica.
Don't know the name. Sorry.
But
She
Not on
wields
my-
a firearm and has a bandolier of vials. across her
She's
hips.
got wealth. I'll give her that much. Don't know her though. Sorry.
so where do we need to be in 2 days? Up on the peak right there where the ship was.
No. We could actually meet out in the Geyser Vale. We can use the Geyser Fog as a means of cover, and we can leave tomorrow night.
All right.
I already sent my ship out there. I don't want to draw in any more attention. I would imagine that's the reason why you stumbled upon the council chamber this evening. Saw my ship.
Yes.
Yes, that's what was my concern. That's why I'm hiring a new crew. Yes, sober halfling.
It's just our party time off. We've been through a lot.
No, I wear one underneath my jerkin. Of course.
Tyrannosaurus lizard thing tried to kill us. We had to kill that. And there's a bunch of things we had to do.
Insight check.
You give me an insight check.
I mean, we had to do a lot of things to get here, kill a lot of things to get here, and now it was just our party night. Or date night.
18.
Dirty 20.
You both doubt she has a luminary shard on her. You didn't see anything on her that glowed or gave a focus of magic.
You know, some,
That's what's like
people that I
breaking her.
know,
She's just-
like a little bit like you, that are, maybe like rich or, think you're above people. It's okay. But every once in a while, they like to go slumming it.
Well, I imagine everybody's above you by about 3.5 feet.
Yeah.
Big
Big things come in small packages.
I certainly hope so.
Small packages come with big things.
They're trying to go.
She's just like,
Take me with you. Just,
I just
save
need
me
a
from that
crew. I just need a crew to take
I'll
the
go-
fall.
you-
I mean, to
I'll
give
go
me
with you
cover.
for free of charge. Just take me away from that.
No, I need a crew to come along with me, of course.
Yeah. Well,
Give me a cover story.
look at us.
You're
We're
good.
the best cover story you're ever going to get.
You're not joking, are you?
Who would think us? Right?
I would imagine they think I'm traversing with special needs, which is exactly what I want.
All right. There you go.
Will we be riding the short Airbus?
I mean, it wasn't very big.
That was pretty small. It was more like a sky coach.
All right. So where are we specifically going to meet you? Because we
You
might-
watch.
we need to take
She
care of
pulls
some
out.
stuff.
Yeah, she pulls out a small rolled up map, and about 1.5 miles north of the border waste where you are geyser fields. You can find a small clumping of trees and mounds in the midst of the fields. You'll find me there. It's the only
I don't-
cover I can give my ship.
The map, like how far away is that from the lake?
It's opposite of the lake, so it's probably 3 miles from the lake and 1.5 miles from your current position, more north.
Okay.
The lake is more like southeast or southwest.
Okay.
Southeast.
Okay. So within walking distance. Okay.
Yeah, it's a tight region. I mean, everything's kind of nearby, including the small fishing village that sits along the coast of the lake.
Well,
All right.
I think you have your cover story.
Good. 2 days. So tomorrow night, meet at the Geyser Mound. If you're not there by midnight, I will have to leave you behind and go seek another group.
Okay.
That'll give us a chance to resupply here.
There you go. She throws a large
And
pouch.
Yeah, I was gonna say, just give it right to-
It is 10 platinum bars, ingots, each worth 100 gold. Well, see you tomorrow evening.
Does she actually appear as an actual growling?
Mhm.
Till
Yeah.
we meet again, Nightshade.
each worth
I would imagine that would be tomorrow night.
10
Tomorrow.
100.
or 100. She gives
Super adorable. She gets up and just starts going towards the.
I blush.
Yeah,
I
like
turn a
every now and
deeper
then she
shade
looks
of
over her
green.
shoulder at you and she's just like, it's always these strange places.
Hate to
I
see her
need the
go, but
ones
love
that I
to
do
watch
not.
her leave.
And she just she's mumbling to herself and she goes right out the front door.
You see a bottle of the whiskey just gone.
Okay, so now we got time. Let's go take care of your problem.
Hey, you're awake. You want to go kill some people?
Hey, next time you're gonna do that, Nestor?
How about we
I
don't
barely
go after
cockblocked your brother, and
weapon, we
someone
just
knows
leave
Oh, you interrupted
And
this
then-
in town.
yeah.
Oh, that's-
And then I just dump everything into Elbow so she knows that he committed genocide.
Danica's bad.
Once-
bad
Some girl knows that he brought me
we
back
need
and
to take care of
recognize the magic
we start
and
on this, so she
that we
knows
might have to go kill her.
because
We don't need to do
And loot her
that.
body.
Wait. Did my brother flirt
she's
first?
going to
Yes.
find us. She's got his bone.
Not on
She's
purpose.
going to be tracking us.
Good job.
We
But
need
we'll
to
be on
take
an
care-
airship.
How do you know she doesn't have
Such
an
a
airship?
sister.
She had gun or something, whatever the thing is. Same things we buried.
But I feel like we did a good job.
Good job cock blocking my brother.
So
Yeah. It's
Oh,
about
I don't want to start this with somebody following us. We need to take care of her.
I don't think we can.
Why?
What do you have?
You killed her whole village.
Here's a question.
That's
What
an
kind of?
assumption. We don't know where she's from.
Whatever.
How
but
many fire bombs do you have?
I don't know if you.
Can fly over, do a bombing
How
run.
many of you?
No, I want to kill him.
Yeah.
Do a bombing run.
That might not kill him. I saw her turn invisible. She's obviously got some kind of
Yeah.
magic.
How can
thing.
she be invisible
She
while
has
on fire?
something. She has something. that she
I
can
bet she
have.
has something, but
Yeah, it's called Your Bone.
I know.
Mister, give your bone to everybody.
Hey, I'm a bard. Leave me alone. I want to try to put my bone
Yes,
into
but
everybody I know.
normally when you give someone your bone, you take it back. You don't sell it.
Yeah.
You didn't sell it.
Oh,
Trumped out
I
of it.
sold it all right. I gotta. I'm now playing with a platinum or
Okay.
coin.
Big
One
deal.
platinum piece for a piece of your bone.
Yeah.
that's a hundred golden.
But look,
Master,
it's
come on.
already back.
We gotta do this.
So I'm back.
If we don't
It's a
take care of
blue
her, she's gonna have
old
another.
bone that's
It
been
might mess
grafted
up what we're trying to do right now.
slowly.
At least we
like,
gotta
turning
cripple
white.
her.
She did not want to be noticed.
Maybe we take care of the gnolls then. We'll catch them en route over there. Yeah.
The only
I would-
thing that I'm thinking of that might sway me to your
Prestidigitation.
opinion is the
I'm not gonna be
fact
able to say
that
that.
Prestidigitation
If she's looking
or precipitation.
Cleaning things.
Nightshade specifically wants to
Prestidigitation.
avoid attention.
That's what I'm trying to do.
I mean, it's a generalized
she knows who you
cantrip.
are. She knows
It's very
the two
it's
places that you
common
go.
amongst wizards who
And
practice
she's got-
spells.
Obviously, some
Bards,
gnolls
I
on her
can
side.
learn it
We don't
too.
know how many, but she talked to.
The only thing you thought was weird is that she didn't seem to have a focus stone when she casted.
So
I actually want to say that out there. Just kind of like, did you guys notice she didn't use anything? No.
Yeah, she didn't light up when she cast that cantrip.
It was nothing. It was a cantrip.
God, I'm way too awake for this.
Small man.
Yeah, but have you not looked? She was gorgeous.
hey,
She already shot you down. Towards that,
Hey,
towards
that's
that.
my girlfriend.
back off, Bard.
Back on bones.
Do I have genitalia or am I like a Ken doll?
No, it's like a wisp of just.
She's
blood.
just Ken.
It looks like someone's
Um,
smoking down there.
I let you make the call for yourself. I won't take that level. of consent,
It's a ghost boner.
Oh, what is it?
It just looks like someone's smoking down there.
You're Alan Rickman from Dogma.
Yeah.
It's just,
Alan Rickman
it's just a
from
wisp.
Dogma.
It's like this much smoke that never leaves. It's just,
It's like a Rick and Morty blur out.
yeah.
I'll leave it up to you.
It's a steel rod. it's an.
It's a rod with
It's
movability.
Yeah, it's a
It's
rod with
movability rod.
movability.
It's that big. That size of thing.
It's a pillar of pure light.
Damn it! I hate when the
Disadvantage
shorts gets
to-
tangled.
Disadvantage to stealth. All right. So, are you with me? Come on. We gotta take care of this person. Screw up our job we have.
Again, how many?
And we gotta get
How many
this job so we can go do our
fireballs?
other job.
Like he said.
You want to fireball the town too, huh?
No.
What?
Oh.
Can we not kill my cousin in this place?
What I want to do is
Only the smart ones get out, right, Master?
So dark. Maggie, you are so dark.
I can't help it. I have no moral compass. My moral
Got
compass
it.
is
I'm going
whatever
to find
points to money.
I'm gonna get
Yeah,
the find
yeah.
familiar
and
spell,
riches.
and I'm going to make
And-
a cricket familiar that just sits on his shoulder.
Jiminy. You call it Jim Knee.
Commit
Jim
suicide
Knee.
for free.
You save a leg for the other side of the bugbear that's missing.
I pick my teeth with the leg.
No, what I want to do is exactly what you want to do. Go kill them. But if we drop the firebombs from above,
And then it's
surprise them.
Okay, look. Let's see how the land lays. Look, anytime I ambush somebody, I get there. Like if I'm gonna meet them at noon, I get there at 9. I set it all up. And then when they get there, they're
Do you
dead.
know how to get to the,
That's what we need to do. We need to get there
the
before
lake.
midnight so we can scout
I
out
mean,
what we're
it's a
doing.
sizable
Decide
lake,
how we're
about
gonna
a mile and a
attack it.
half away.
How many miles away?
And
It's a mile away.
Mile and a half.
Mile and a half.
Yeah, it's very close.
and it's very big. A big lake.
I use my whistle. I use my
Fly,
whistle to call
fly.
Belfry. By the power of Grayskull.
I mean, we could fly there.
The three of us. Well, you can
All
carry
of us
her.
flew here,
True.
so we could all fly.
Right,
We
we're
just
not
gotta
we-
go drag Hans out by the belt.
Short hairs.
Dick.
I feel like
I'll
I feel
go-
like siblings would definitely know how to get another sibling out. So Album will just be like, "Can you just tell me what room he's in? I'll go get him."
Just go to the
Okay.
door.
Yeah,
with
seven,
And
yeah,
you definitely
seven.
convince them. Like
Uh,
you're gone for about 5 or 10 minutes.
You can hear like beating sounds, like they're hitting each other.
Yeah,
It's all, like,
and before long, a very sweaty, stale-looking
In a
Hans is
latex
back.
bodysuit.
He unzips the zipper.
Yeah.
Now, where are we going?
Dildo on his forehead. Where are we going?
One here, one like the whole harness strap here. Couple more just strapped on his shoulders.
Just covered in everything we want to know what it
That
is.
giant
You can
beard
tell we've
with
been on
a
break
different
for a
color.
while. We always do this when we come back.
Oh, I know.
break.
We go off the chain. Sorry,
Oh
guys.
my god.
Sorry, people.
Sorry. That's all right.
What? You watch with your children? Because you want them to learn about D&D? Oh,
We're
guess
So it's the
what?
wrong channel.
18 plus.
Guess what? Your church was right. It's devil worship.
Rated M for mature.
That's how I have it on the Twitch channel. That way, people of a particular notion feel like watching us be silly sometimes.
Yep.
So you guys heading out to the lake?
Yes.
All right. Are you flying out or?
Can I get Belfry? Can I find?
We
I
have to,
mean,
we
yeah,
have to leave
you leave the
yeah,
sauropod
yeah,
and
we have to
you
get
leave
down.
the town. I mean, you could call her with the whistle, and
Okay.
she'll come over eventually.
Okay, yeah.
I'll say you guys kind of like spend about 10 minutes leaving Drift,
Try and be
and you get onto the edge of the geyser fields that kind of spread out towards the lake and in the opposite direction, because the whole lake is surrounded by these kind of like geyser muddy fields. And then as you stare off in the distance, you can see a pretty decently lit up small town, but the lake looks like it could be like many square miles in size. It's a large
There's
lake.
guards at the bottom of the tail.
They're still there.
Excuse me, I'm trying to catch up to one of my friends.
Yeah.
They repair gnolls.
We don't allow gnolls in Drift, so I don't know what you're talking about.
They said they were
my
stopping
God.
by the end here and meeting someone named.
Yo, meeting
Danica.
with gnolls in Drift.
Yes.
Shut the fuck up.
Like, man, it's like dancing behind. It's like, fucking stop!
I don't have a brain because it's gone. Someone didn't bring me back right. I'm playing to my
The
character.
guard is
He's
like the guard's looking at
pulling
you like,
your leg.
Yeah, they're about this tall. Like I go to.
He's pulling
to-
your leg. He's just
give me persuasion.
No.
They're about
Because
this tall.
the two halflings are looking at each other and
Like they also can smell
Yeah, I go like
the
this.
drifter shine. On
Yeah,
my
yeah.
breath.
I go.
About like this tall. One's purple. One's blue.
what'd you get?
You said which one?
Persuasion.
18.
18? Get your drunk friend out of here, please. Tell him to keep his mouth shut about gnolls.
Yes, of course.
How about trolls?
Come on, just stop.
You guys like stagger away. Now you can get to like the edge of the gloppy mud fields, and you see a familiar shadow as Belfry kind of bounds over alongside you.
The one thing
Slurping
I can trust
something
in this
down.
world.
Oh god,
slurping something.
I want to know what is like there's
Your
like a
poor
leg
back.
or a piece of cloth.
No, it looked like maybe a
Hairy piece of
small
butter.
rodent or something.
It's a raccoons.
Hey, Belfry.
A hairy,
Nice to see you.
a familiar looking
I brought Belfry some
arm.
food. The rest of the stuff. That's like,
Oh, yeah.
no, here. I brought her some food.
What is it?
That was on the stuff that was on the table.
The
I don't feed her table scraps. It can really mess up her system.
It's meat.
And plus, she ate on my sausage.
It's meat. Here, Bill.
Give me a deck save. Make sure she doesn't take one of your fingers.
Chicken.
Yeah, you do. You know that maggot's totally scarred up everywhere on his arms and his neck
Yeah.
and his head and his
What'd you
face.
16.
So you pull back just fast enough and swallows a chunk of meat.
She's the reason I fell out of a window when I was trying to kill that guy.
wait, am I taking you or your brother?
Okay, I get in. I get on top,
Okay. And she already lifts up and starts circling above the
Huh?
others.
and I'll use the.
Give me a
Okay.
perception check as you glass the area
Okay.
of the lake that you
Well,
can see.
One went on with
Yeah.
Belfry.
I have
last
Alba.
time.
So Hans.
Hans is just like
19.
You take,
19?
You take to keep? Or is
The
it-
last time you took somebody with you.
I am.
Oh yeah, I'll take to keep whatever. I thought
Okay.
he flew last time, but
No, he
okay.
did.
Or I flew because I have
He
the ring.
flew because
Oh, okay.
he has a ring. And I flew because I have wings.
Okay.
So I take a halfling. He takes a halfling.
Oh,
and we
okay.
take
And I'll
to keep.
take to keep. Okay, that's fine.
Okay, so as you go up with Maggot, and the
Okay.
others are sorting things out and getting ready to lift up to where Maggot's like circling and got the.
I do the same thing with the code. You just baby mature.
Yeah, it's
So
my
as you're
glass.
glassing the area, you can see that the geyser fields only last for maybe about a quarter of a mile. And you can kind of see that the water that they generate kind of runs in the direction of the lake. You can see spotty grass fields, and it's dark, so it's hard to see
No.
for sure.
He did not.
In the background, you can see the small fishing village, and there are boats, like small, little tandems and little fishing-like boats out there. And you can see that the shore of the lake is kind of like a mix of underbrush and trees that are all clumped in different areas. About halfway between the fishing village and the beginning of an area of the lake that you started glassing, you can see a small bright point of light, like a small campfire, maybe amongst the trees. You can see like smoke, like a wisp of smoke. It looks like it might be a campsite.
We should come in from the lakeside.
I get one of the fire bombs. Okay. The way I'm rolling, we're going to be on fire.
So all of you are now up in the air because you've activated your
Yep.
fly ability at this point. Kind of up in the air, coursing. Are you going with Takit's idea?
Yeah,
Come
I'm
from the
gonna
lakeside?
circle around
Okay.
and come.
So as you guys are doing this, everyone give me perception with disadvantage because it's dark, but you have advantage because you're up in the air. So just give me regular perception rolls. But that's limited to 60 feet. So
Okay, so you said perception?
yep.
You got 22.
18, 22, 18.
23.
Okay.
Should I do one for both Hans and Alba because we're separate?
17.
It's up to you.
Help me out a little bit with my internal monologue. I'm thinking that she didn't come looking for me. She just kind of stumbled across the road. How does that sound?
Yeah, like it doesn't sound like she's been out looking for you.
Yeah.
It's like
Like
the
a
way
happy
Baroque
accident for her.
explains, the way Hans and Baroque explain her behavior, she was shocked that you would be out here.
It's that miracle moment where she found the person she was looking for.
Yeah,
She's like-
or just kind of something that she thought would never be possible. Finding and locating whoever was the
The CEO.
person behind the magic of this creature, this thrall. And she did refer to him as a thrall.
How?
So you made a body out of all the bodies and turned it into a slave.
As a group, coming in from the
It's
lakeside,
a group.
you can see it is a campsite.
God, oh God.
There are about a dozen donkeys strung up amongst the trees. You can see 24 figures milling about in the tree line.
Who doesn't?
What was one bright point of light of a fire, you can now see that there's multiple campfires going. There's tents, and as you're kind of off in the darkness looking down at a fair distance, you can't quite make out, but you can hear their kind of hyena-like laugh and the voice of the gnolls kind of speaking their language, and they don't seem to be worried about their location or being quiet. They seem very much into the evening of drink and food and just, not really posting any particular guards or anything. There are sentinels, kind of like people standing there kind of looking around and drinking something and looking around.
How many gnolls?
Looks maybe about 24 from what you can see.
We said we saw a row of donkeys, right?
Yeah, like a string of about 12 donkeys.
Yeah, you said.
And there are outlines of large crates in amongst the trees. It's a very big campsite.
No. Remember, she was looking around. No, we saw her looking for him. I was just asking him, can he use the hat or another magic to make himself look like her?
I mean, I'd need a performance check from Hans and Baroque to
Plus,
describe
she's
her.
also
I would
has.
have used the hat to be like, she look like this.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'm okay with that. Yeah.
Because remember, you said we see her going like this.
Yeah, because you also saw her
She
pull her
was
veil
in the
down.
veil.
So the blur veil that she was using
Yeah.
to keep her indistinguishable, she pulled down to talk to Hans. So yeah, I'd say
And
you
it was
watch
still- yeah, because
you'd watch Baruch during his telling of the story, purposely up in the common room change into a visage of her, which was even more frustrating because you don't even recognize her. It's like it's just the name.
Did she use the magic when she was talking to the gnolls?
She did not. No.
Okay, that's fine. So we need to have her.
So you have the feeling that it was important that they recognize her.
Okay,
yeah,
yeah.
you would have picked up on that.
Okay. So you need to go in there looking like her without the veil on.
How many are down there?
The hat of
Couple
disguise
dozen
doesn't change your
scattered
voice.
throughout 3 campsites.
The hat of disguise doesn't change your voice, though, does it?
Or
No,
your
just
body?
your appearance.
Does it change your body too?
It's not that it changes you physically. It projects a
It's not a good
thin
idea.
veneer of an
It's just an
illusion,
idea. We don't
which is why you're the height of you, but you look like her. There is a possibility that they can see through this illusion, but they have to know they're looking at an illusion, and then they would have to make an intelligence save to figure it out.
I want to look like a Talia-sized maggot.
Yeah. Now there are more advanced spells like alter self and things that can actually physically allow you to alter yourself
Oh my god.
to look like someone.
That's a thought. The drow might like that.
What's that?
I'm going to make myself look like a Talia-sized maggot.
She might.
Yeah.
She could be into that.
She'd get more laid than you would, and she'd be you.
Maggot's face just reads needles and daggers in your direction.
I think there's too many.
2 dozen gnolls? I don't think we can take 2 dozen gnolls.
I think there's too many. I think we head over to where the airship is and
Get that one
camp for a
on.
night.
running fireball.
No, he didn't give us any. He didn't give us
like, you didn't give us any.
any.
Did you? No.
He didn't say he was giving us any, so I don't
You
think
never asked.
I said I
Throw a bone at her. Anyway,
Well, that's how this works.
corpse
Do you have any
explosion.
like alcohol on them? Like make a Molotov cocktail, just drop it, and like try to aim for the donkeys.
You got that bottle? You have that bottle of the shine.
Can I try it?
I mean, you can certainly
Why
try.
are we doing that?
So that way the donkeys can escape. They
All
don't
right.
chase us with it.
okay.
There's too many.
It's
I'll
not
fly
midnight.
over next to them. Be like, okay. Mr. Village Killer says there's too many of them.
Mr. Village Killer.
We're gonna go ahead and go to the ship.
Refugee camp, good.
Yeah, get it right.
Master, you also killed my village. That's good. Dang it! How did you know?
As you wish.
Wish.
That's a really Wiley thought.
Wiley
Yeah,
County.
Meanwhile, you're only like 40 feet off the ground, but it's like falling for 10 seconds.
Still okay.
As long as he's rolling, he doesn't
for
fall.
30 minutes.
Let's go over there, land, and we'll all talk.
Oh no. It's too dangerous. He's no.
No, I mean way over there.
Like, let's go over where the ship's going to be. And we'll talk.
Exactly.
Okay, we'll go to the ship.
So you go seek out where her
Yeah.
spot is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Great. We're
Wait.
supposed to be there.
Give
tomorrow,
me
guys.
a
From-
survival check with advantage because you have the map.
From where the Knoll camp is, how far is the town?
The fishing village is about a mile
Ooh!
east of where they're camped.
Winner, chicken dinner.
I got a nat 20 for a 28.
Okay. Takes you guys
I have a horrible idea.
about 20 minutes, but before long you're over the main heart of the geyser fields, and sure enough, about 1,000 feet in front of you, you can see a tall mound of a copse of trees and geysers kind of going off. There's a geyser-like fog from the steam, and then stationed right above the trees, you can see the airship, and it's got some lanterns hanging from it, so it's got some light.
They just said that you're most worth
They just weren't allowed in.
Well, that's the guards at the sauropod. You guys don't know what their opinion is of the fishing
What
village.
if I mind control the sauropod and tell him to fly?
Well,
I'd love for you to try that just for fragrance.
Okay, let's see.
I was thinking more of
Let-
like the Griffin guards.
Let me use one of the
Would they?
hats.
So with the
I mean, they're up there circling the Drift City.
Yeah.
Drift Town.
Drift Town. So the relationship between the Drift Town and the fishing village is pretty.
You have no idea. You didn't make
Well,
any
it
inquiries.
walks by. They don't have any relationship at all, probably.
They
Okay,
might do trades, but you don't know.
this is what we do. Use the hat, drop down, look like a villager that's bloody, run through. The gnolls are attacking, they're over there. And then we'll just take off and just see what happens.
At the fishing village?
Mhm.
No cook tits.
And then we just put it out there and say, they're camped over there, they attacked us, and then just leave. And then we'll leave and let them deal with it. Maybe it'll stop them
You're
and slow them
evil. I
down.
love it.
Okay, who's doing it?
Mr. Bard with inspiration.
I don't have inspiration.
I'm not
I don't have it on
sorry.
here.
No, with
Hans with the bloody goat.
Well, with your bardic skills
with
of
acting.
of your acting.
Yeah.
Acting.
You're an actor. Fucking act.
Performance.
Don't pressure me.
No, I have to be one of those
Fuck
hard
yeah.
directors, you know? I have to be
I
hard.
I don't want you to be hard. No, thanks.
Yeah. Rub up against you.
Hans, Alba, can you make him look all bloodied up and shit?
No,
No,
you're gonna put your finger in my butt.
Alva goes up, punches him in the face.
No, it's
like-
I
it's
just,
just
I like,
an
I look,
illusion
I
that
know, like, I look like
happens.
myself,
Like-
as a traveling bard, but now, you know, cut lip,
Yeah, the illusion
Yeah.
takes over.
with
And
a
Blood.
gash going under here,
An arrow coming out of your
eye kinda
shoulder.
just like,
who's delivering him to the village?
I
Or
will.
are you flying?
Are you gonna fly?
Or are you walking? I mean, you could
Yeah,
could
we're
fly
gonna
to the
fly
outskirts and then like
outskirts
walk
and then-
in.
Well, yeah, he can walk in and then
Okay.
what I'll
But-
do is I'll fly over, make sure he's safe. If something happens, I can swoop down and get him.
Okay.
yeah, I mean, if anything, I could just jump back up.
So are you all kind of going but not too close, or because you were going
I'm
towards the
losing
copse of
because I
trees,
have
and now
to-
you're turning around and going
Well,
back
yeah,
up towards
we
the-
were going that way and we decided to do this. So we're just
Okay.
gonna
All right.
pop off real quick.
So I'll go ahead and go land somewhat outside the village, kind of see
Okay.
if I notice like if there's guards.
So you're by yourself right now at this
I'm
point.
by myself.
Okay, and you guys are lingering back under cover in the fields, and just kind of you're watching him start to approach the
Yeah,
southern
I-
portion of the village.
Yeah. I
Okay.
did a cursory look.
Give me a quick
around.
perception check as you're kind of just making your way towards the village
Yeah, that's
outskirts.
horrible. That's a 4.
Red coats are coming. Red coats are coming.
So perception, that's a 6.
Okay. So you start getting closer to the outskirts of the village. So when you notice, like, you could see windows with lanterns hanging in them. You can see like it's like a little fishing village community that you're getting closer into.
It's all Knowles. I'm laughing my ass off. Fuck.
You can hear people talking. They're speaking Calisha common, and you can hear them talking amongst themselves, and it sounds like a crowd of people talking to each other. And you can see torchlight, and as you get near the outskirts, there's a small road that forms almost immediately under your feet and into the interior of the maybe 24 ramshackle houses, and you can see the piers and docks kind of going off towards the water, and the whole place just reeks of fish, and there's some that are smoked and hanging, and you can see that they're curating and doing what they would do as a fishing village. And as you come around the bend, you can see about 24 people. They're all heavily armed, but they're not well armored. They seem to be circled around something, and they're all arguing amongst themselves, and they're staring down at it. And we don't like your kind here, and you can hear them yelling and chastising whoever it is. That's like, but you can't make out quite who's there.
I make my way closer.
Okay, get closer. You hear a voice. You there? What happened to you? You see 2 guards step out of the shadow of a building of one of the wooden shacks. And at that point, everyone turns to look to see you.
Action.
I was walking my way over here from Drift City. I ran into a group of gnolls.
Gnolls? And you don't even need to make a performance check. They all come rushing over to you. You can see barely conscious hog-tied gnoll on the ground. And all of the villagers come over to you, and they immediately swarm around you. Where'd you see him? Where'd you see him? They're yelling at you for information.
And I keep my one arm kind of just
Yeah.
located.
Yeah.
I point in the direction of the gnoll encampment. About that way, there's about a dozen or so donkeys, and just I got away as quickly
Come
as
on,
I
everyone,
can.
now! We go now!
They killed my friends.
And they swarm past you. They go right past you. They start going out into the darkness, carrying their spears, and they're yelling, and they disappear into the dark at this point.
Yeah, but still.
How many are left around the knoll? That's hog-tied?
There's just 2 near the knoll.
I kind of just walk over.
What?
I kick the fucking knoll on the ground that's hog-tied.
Yeah.
No
You guys
fingers.
watch as a crowd of about 24 or more villagers just go right by you in the dark. They don't even look at you. And they're carrying torches and lanterns. You can see that they have spears and weapons on them. And you can tell that they're trying to encourage each other to get be brave. And we're going to kill them all when we get there. And they just kind of go.
Hand you a firebomb.
She was just running
I'm going to
Was it standard at the caravan? Did they have the standard,
The white.
It was too
white,
dark.
red slope?
Too dark. Couldn't
Here's
tell
a
for sure.
firebomb.
And you didn't quite get close enough.
Is the one
Here,
that's in
I'm
the
handing you a
village wearing
firebomb.
anything with that symbol on it?
They are wearing split mail armor. You can see their shield and spear and bow is kind of stacked up over against a lean-to. And they're kind of gagged and bound together. You don't see any markings on them. No, you don't see any markings on them. The crowd doesn't see you guys because you're in the darkness.
I'm handing.
But
I'm
Baruch
handing
hasn't
out
come
the,
out of the village
I'm
yet.
handing out the firebombs to everybody.
Okay.
Because we might have to help these people out a little bit.
It's like a mixture of hobgoblins, halflings. There's some orcs mixed in there too. It's an eclectic crowd, but no gnolls. All kind of locals, from what you can tell.
They don't deserve to
to
live.
the crowd. Be like, we can pickpocket afterwards.
So now I'm gonna
Bring
get
them
on.
back to not.
As soon as they go,
Drag them back to you.
as soon as they go by, I'm gonna get on Belfry and fly up with Shahid.
Okay, what direction are you going?
Now I'm gonna go around to go to the Knoll camp. Okay. I want to time it when they start getting there and engaging. Then I'm gonna, from the back of the knolls, is where I'm gonna drop the fire bombs.
Okay.
Watch this. Isn't even the right.
I
word.
know.
I don't care. That's the great thing about it.
Yeah.
My mind towards dead
Look.
bodies. Look, dead bodies.
Look,
have
here's the
words for
deal.
you.
Here's the deal.
Lots of
We
skulls.
heard the
Lots of
two
skulls.
Knolls talking about meeting her in a certain spot. They're in the certain spot. Now, you guys need to not think so hard about it. Okay?
It's a big
I'm
lake.
gonna just
It's
I'm gonna
okay.
go sit down somewhere
big
and
lake.
rest and
You
just
call
kind
yourself
of
a
sleep.
Okay.
I'm not a
dealing
necromancer. I'm
Gotcha.
a death
Glad you
cleric.
won.
I'm not a
Death
necromancer.
cleric. You're gonna
Thank
cause
you.
some death tonight. You're gonna
So
probably get
eventually,
some mojo.
Baruch
Make
comes
sure they
out.
don't end them. They don't deserve it.
Yeah,
They
you
walk away.
eventually Baruch comes out of the village, and he's the last one to come out. The villagers, you can see them getting closer and closer. And now you guys are. So your plan
ready
is
to
to
hear.
drop.
Yeah, like
follow
if the
and
knoll,
drop.
like if they're attacking the knolls like this, I want to come in behind and then drop the fire bombs on the knolls
Okay.
from behind, so it just confuses them more, so they're not as effective fighters.
Anything you want to prepare for?
Well, he gave me one of the fire bombs too.
So you're gonna fly
I
as
gave one of
well.
them.
Yeah.
Is Takit on with
Grab
you?
one
Yeah.
of the-
So Takit's with you.
And
And
then
you've got one of.
I swoop and grab her up.
Okay, so you've got Hans.
We're holding bombs. We're
Okay.
just all like, hey,
So it's
we're
you guys are
prepared.
about 30 feet up in the air. There's a mob getting closer and closer to the camp. The camp's now quieting down and beginning to look off in the distance to see this mob of light coming towards them. They immediately kind of like begin to grab their bows and spears and start to form up looking in the direction. You're watching them as they seem a little confused. And before long, this collection of gnolls and the mob just suddenly start to like meet in the middle of the darkness. And that's where we're going to finish tonight. When we come back next week, we'll see what happens.
Oh, dear God.
We're just innocent Christian knolls. We didn't mean to do. Why?
We're Buddhists.
They're Knowledge missionaries.
Yeah, we're very Christian knolls. Why have you done this? Because you bugged me at the back port.
All right, everyone. We will see you next Monday for Pike's Promise. We've entered the multiverse there. And then we'll be back
That's a
next
shit
Tuesday to see what these shenanigans makers are going to do about the confrontation with the gnolls. Other than that, everyone please be safe, be kind, and don't forget, play game!
show.